Thank you to Tate for writing the recap. Session 14. After a stressful early morning from Pip's latest encounter with the Mother of the Night Parade, the Gremlins continued on their multi-day journey to Candlekeep. The walk of their third day of travel was quiet for the most part, with the group pausing to set up a grave marker for Valen on a forested stretch of the road. Before settling into their watches that evening, Eris asked Pip to teach her chromatic orb to take his mind off of his nightmares, and the Gremlins had a quick dagger lesson with Pip to prepare for the night ahead. Dinner was interrupted by two Hell Riders who checked to see if the group were refugees that needed help as they passed on by. On the first watch, Spark and Pip contacted Zaj and learned that the Duke's two sons, not Mortlock, had been arrested and were set to be tried for their role in the Duke's plot. Fortunately for the party, the only notable part of the night was the beginning of a light snowfall. The next morning, the Gremlins resumed their travel, awaiting the approach of an oncoming storm, and heavy snowfall forced them to make camp early. While eating their dinner rations, Eris discovered that Nefira's necklace was missing from her pack. Spark and Pip's watch was uneventful, but as the two headed to sleep, Pip had a less terrifying dream about his sister, while Spark had his first encounter with the original nightmare, resulting in him being seriously injured both in the nightmare and in reality. Pip, waking up in a pool of Spark's blood, called out to Eris for help, and the party was able to wake Spark so he could heal himself. With Nefira unable to sleep from the stress of almost losing Spark, Eris began her watch with an unsuccessful investigation to find Nefira's necklace. On their final morning on the road, Eris went to Fisk for advice and ended up coming forward to the rest of the party about losing the necklace. Nefira was able to find that it was in her pack all along, but it was attached to a note that said, "Keep this with you, it's for your own protection." Unsure of how to solve any of their problems, Eris took the necklace back from Nefira, and the Gremlins turned down the road towards Candlekeep. As we pick up tonight, you have all just began your approach to this gatehouse that stands maybe 100 yards from the main gates of Candlekeep, this giant fortress that is on the side of a cliff. And as you begin to approach, the sun's kind of setting off behind, behind you, behind Candlekeep. I guess the sun sets in the west in this world, so behind Candlekeep. It's very beautiful as the sun sets behind this fortress on the mountain. And as you approach, you see that three of these kind of monks in purple robes kind of step out from this guardhouse. You see a human, a dwarf, and a half-elf. And around their neck is a holy symbol of Denir, the god of writing. You see a lit candle with an open eye above it. What are you all doing? They're kind of just standing there with their arms kind of crossed in front of them. It appears waiting for you all, as there's nowhere else to go on this road except to Candlekeep, so they are assuming that is where you're headed.
Fisk, do you want to take the lead and let them know about your return?
I can do that. You have a book, right? You have a book. They're going to ask us for a book. Did you get a book?
What?
Give us one.
Oh, yeah. Would that count for the group?
Yeah, you only need one book per group of people. I haven't tested how many people you can bring with one book, but this should be fine. I'm sure there's a limit somewhere, but I think, what are we, 5? Yeah, 5 should be fine. So, they're not going to really care. They just want the book, so whoever has it should probably just be in the lead, and they'll be like, "Oh, you must give us an offering," and then they'll look and they'll see if they have it, and if you say you got it from Kamar, there's a good chance that they do not have this book, probably because she has the only one and she kept it from them. So, yeah.
What happens if we could have only provided a book they already had?
Well, we better go find a different book. They won't let you in. I guess we're here to see Savika, so I could probably ask them to send her a message to come see us. But if you were trying to actually use the library for its books
we need
and
to do some research.
They would not let you in. Pretty strict about that. But
yeah, and Spark will lightly touch his scarred side.
Are you doing okay, Spark?
As one could. Magic does a good job at sealing injuries up.
Right, yes. Well, we're almost there, so 10 more minutes, I guess, or something. And then we'll be able to rest and get food and drinks. It's okay. And then he starts walking towards, closer towards the guard house. And you see as Fisk approaches, and I'm assuming you all kind of follow along side, you see that the human female kind of just in these purple robes, hair's just tied back, says, welcome to Candlekeep. A gift is required for those seeking admittance. You must donate a book or scroll that isn't already in the library's archives. Please, whoever has what you would like to present, let me see it for inspection.
Spark will gesture for Pip.
Oh, pulls out the book.
Does that help for you or for us? Both, got it.
Okay. As Pip, you hand over this book, you see that the human takes the book and hands it. She hands it to the half-elf that's with her, and the half-elf steps back within the little guardhouse, and the human just goes, just one moment, we're verifying with Candlekeep. And then just stands there. Silent.
About
so
this weather.
She's like, it has been snowing.
So what's Candlekeep like?
It's wonderful, full of knowledge.
If you have so many books in the city, then how are you supposed to know? How do you find out if you don't have a certain book or not?
Magic.
Oh, is that a spell, or is it just a magical thing?
It does seem like a useful thing.
Does it smell like a thorn? I don't know how I would use it though.
I'm going to go check on my colleague.
So we turn to the dwarf, and it's
yeah, the dwarf is immediately like, oh shit. As you all turn to look at the next person, and he's like,
the dwarf just speaks in dwarvish. It's like, please, please let them know. Please let them know.
Yeah. The dwarf is like, just one moment. It's better if it's silent. We can do our spell better.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Keep it quiet.
Thank you.
That's a 3 on Spark's insight check, so he just nods. It's like, yeah, magic's weird.
Yeah.
Weird?
It probably
it's
less
kind of weird sometimes.
A minute later, not that long, the human and the half-elf come back out, holding the book, and they go and they say, well, thank you for your donation. It has been accepted. We've been looking and waiting for this book for quite a while. And gives a look towards Fisk, and then Pip, and then back again. And says, well, please, enjoy your stay. This is good for as long as you're staying here, but as soon as you leave, you will have to provide another book in order to gain re-entry into the keep.
Okay. That's where I kind of looks over at Eris as they walk by. He's like, I guess that idea of running an errand or two for money is probably out. I don't think we have a second or third book.
No, At some point, the 7th book in the novella series is going to come out, right? And we'll just have to be the first ones to breed here.
Fisk was like, "Oh, that would be very good. I mean, I'm sure that is going to be a highly sought after book." Okay. As you all are walking and talking, you head towards the city, and you see that there are these enormous double gates, which look to be nearly 20 feet tall, that are forged from some strange kind of black warped metal. And each of the sigil of Candlekeep is emblazoned on these, which is the image of a castle with flames atop each of its towers. As you're kind of approaching, you see now that Candlekeep is less of a city and more of like a citadel or a fortress. You can tell that it is entirely walled in, and you see these tall towers that stand out above this already very tall wall. And if, from what they're saying, this entire thing is filled with books, there is a lot of knowledge here. But as you approach, these giant doors slowly open, and you see that it opens into this courtyard, kind of all cobblestone. You see that there's a few different buildings that are on the edges around this courtyard, and at the far end of the courtyard, directly across from where you enter, you see that there is an even more enormous emerald door that is leading what looks to be further into the actual part of Candlekeep. As you all step inside, Fisk kind of gestures around. He's like, well, the hearth is over there. That is where you can get something to eat, and then next to it there's the bathhouse, and next to that there's like the house of rest where you can sleep. If we are to see Savikas, we would need to get an escort through the emerald doors. I know some of the avowed that are here. If you all are going to, I don't know, clean up or rest, I can go try to find someone to let Savikas know that we are here and set up a meeting for, honestly, probably tomorrow morning. She is a bit of an early bird. She sleeps early. She goes to sleep early, and by the time we eat and get settled,
she'll be asleep.
She'll probably be asleep. Also, there's no chance that she's actually here right now. She might be out and returning. So I will go see what I can find.
All right. Well, yeah, a warm meal sounds nice.
For sure. Well, I mean, you're allowed to use any of these, so I guess I will just either see you in the hearth or the bathhouse. I don't know.
A bath sounds nice as well.
Also, I need to. I'm sure it won't be very hard. I'll just.
I mean,
look for the group causing trouble. Probably. Don't cause trouble. You will get kicked out. Okay, so don't start anything.
We don't.
And if we use you, then I can just talk to you anyway. So
Spark will just gently
you all just try to protest
hand on Nafira's shoulder.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No. I will see you in like maybe an hour or so. It's.
All right. We'll either be in the hearth or the bathhouse probably in that time.
Wonderful. Okay. Great.
Spark pauses like, how often do fire genasi come through the city?
Oh, I mean, I don't know specifically, but there are a lot of adventurers that come through here. So, are you going? Why? Are you looking for someone?
No, it's more.
Okay, listen.
To find the Arisarai.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Since we both, just due to how we are, we're easy to pick out from a crowd.
That is fair. Yeah, no, I mean, you look around as Fisk is saying this, and you see that while it's not like completely empty of people, there are like you see that most of the avowed are wearing purple robes, so it's very easy to pick out who are not the avowed because they're in adventuring clothing. And there are some other like adventuring groups that are kind of milling about. But you gather, like, it's not packed. It's not like a city block would be. So you gather that he'll probably be able to find you okay. Especially because he has 2 locations to look through. So he's like, it will be fine. Don't worry. Go and rest. Go enjoy yourselves. You all... I mean, some of you... You all look... great. And then he goes and walks...
Sorry if I stained your bedroll.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, it's fine. I'm going to be sleeping in my bed tonight. It is fine. And as he walks off across the courtyard, and you see he starts to head towards the Emerald Door, where there are 2 of the Avowed kind of standing outside. And yeah, you all are free to go to wherever you would like. You'd see that you saw the hearth that he pointed out, you saw the bathhouse, and then the House of Rest, which are all kind of alongside each other. And then there's at least 2 other kind of places he didn't point out, but kind of 2 other buildings that he didn't point out. But yeah, right now it's probably approaching like 5:30. So it's early, but it is winter, and so it's already pretty dark, and you see that there's a lot of kind of red candles that are, and lights, like a soft red glow, that is meant to not disturb your night vision.
So, food and then bath?
Yeah, that sounds like a great way to end the day.
And I'm gonna need to ask about a general shop since I have 3, maybe 4 bedrolls to purchase for the group. And a new set of sleeping clothes.
But yeah, you all head to the hearth.
Yeah.
Food first, yeah.
Food first. Awesome. Yeah, as you all head to the hearth, you see that from the outside, the hearth appears to be kind of this modest tavern of sturdy construction, with warm light emanating from a pair of small windows on either side of the front door. And as you push the door open, you see that the inside of this tavern is easily 2 to 3 times more spacious than the outside would suggest. You see that there's some stairs leading down to kind of a fire pit with a bunch of pillows arranged around it. There's a massive bar, U-shaped bar, that can sit maybe 20 or 30 people at it. There's armchairs and lounges off to one side, and off to the other side there's booths. And you see above the bar a giant, like, clock-like looking device that is slowly whirring as the gears kind of turn as you all enter.
This place is cool.
I guess we find a seat and hope somebody notices how much we stand out and tells us if this is an order at the bar or somebody will swing by and take order kind of tavern.
Yeah,
I mean, I can go ask.
fine.
I don't mind asking.
All right, Pip.
Okay.
Spark points at an empty table. We'll be over there.
Okay. And Pip's gonna go to the bar.
And to the bar. As you approach the bar, you see
We can reach it.
yeah, you see that there's like a little ledge you can step up.
Ladder.
Yeah, there's for some of the shorter individuals that might frequent this bar.
We love accessibility.
Yes. And you see, as you approach the bar, there is a massive Goliath that is standing behind the bar. No tattoos, so just the gray skin, and kind of like an apron as he's standing behind the bar. He's like, hello, can I help you?
Hi, well, me and my friends are new to the city, and we were just wondering if we were supposed to sit at the table first and someone's gonna come wait on us there, or if we needed to order here first, or what we're supposed to do.
Oh, just order here, point where you're sitting, and I will bring over whatever you order.
Okay. Do you have like a menu or anything?
Yeah, sure. And he goes over and grabs a paper menu and slides it to you, and you see as you you ask for a menu, Pip, and he slides you a menu. You see there's a ton of drink options, a ton of food options, and he is like, you can take the menu to your friends and just come up and order whenever you'd like.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Of course.
And then he's gonna go walk back to his friends.
Nice.
Yeah. And they're all gonna share this one singular menu with a bunch of options.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
also got, you see it has the items listed in Common, in Elvish, and in Draconic as well, across. So it also looks way longer than it is. It's like 2 full pages. It looks like a freaking Cheesecake Factory menu, because it's in multiple languages. But yeah, you all are...
Pip is tempted to Rosetta Stone this menu because he knows 2 of those languages.
No, same with Eris, because she also knows 2 of those languages.
Nerds.
And this is
Gonna learn
why...
Draconic
Okay, I learned it from my mom, who is
Do
an
I know
elf.
Pip learned it
I
from
know.
me.
Pip was a nerd.
And Matt, this is why I'm
don't know
always
Elvish.
fond of rules where it's like, yeah, you can make a ton of intelligence rolls in universe over like a month or 2, and maybe you'll get a language out of it.
Yeah.
Always fond of those rules. Yeah, Sparks is gonna look at the menu, see a good hearty stew, and he's like, "All right, know what I want," and pass it off to Nefarious. He saw the 2 nerds, and he was like,
He's like, oh no,
"They're gonna be here for a while. They're gonna transcribe this." He's like, "Wait, we should order first before you 2 try to learn a new language from it.
All right.
Something to do during
No.
something to do during quiet moments on your watch.
Okay.
And
And you
Nefarious
2
just,
have
like,
study buddies.
flipping through the menu. She's like, it all looks pretty good.
Make a decision. Lie.
Well, the fear is the one
Sly.
hesitating.
Uh-huh.
You sure, Sly?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Clearly.
Mhm.
Clearly.
Totally.
Mhm.
Ooh, they've got that chicken pot pie. I love chicken pot pie. I'm gonna get that.
There we go. All right.
And then
let's do
maybe
one chicken pot
It's been
pie.
a really stressful week. I'm gonna get a jug, like a jar, cup, tankard. I don't know what the serving size is, but I'm getting a thing of mead.
All right.
The Baron's gonna go up to the bar and it's like, give me a Goliath-sized cup of mead.
Give me the container that mead comes in.
Wait.
Thank you.
Question. For Nefira's alcohol tolerance.
It's con. So
Unsaves.
it's con. So
Okay.
I mean,
I was
if
gonna
you're, like,
say,
having
just
a-
base it off of my own,
If you're
because
having
mine is
if you're
apparently high.
If you're having a drink with dinner and you're not actively trying to like get drunk, I don't have people make con saves. If someone's like,
Okay.
I'm drinking to forget my problems, then I'm like, okay, we're gonna be making some con saves. But if you're just like sipping it over the hour and a half that you're like eating
Yeah.
and waiting, then it's fine. All right. What are the nerds getting?
Well, since you asked, Eris is gonna get something spicy, like maybe
Ooh.
spicy noodles,
Spicy noodles.
and definitely a thing of ale for sure. It's been a long 4 days, 5 days, week,
Sparks-
2 weeks.
Sparks hydrating with water.
Yeah, Spark's still injured.
Yeah.
Oh,
He magically sealed it. He's probably just at the sore part of recovery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just losing a bit of his innard.
I think since Pips, he just saw his sister and he's been talking to her, so he's kind of really missing home. So he's gonna go for some comfort food and look for like any kind of like baked fish options or anything. So that's what his mom makes.
Nice.
And it's his favorite food.
Yeah, there's definitely some what do you call it? Like fish and chips. There's gotta be.
Okay.
It's a tavern. There's gotta be a fish and chips option on the menu.
Okay, that's
and
close
they're
enough.
right next to the water, so you know it's actually like some good seafood. As opposed to river
Okay.
fish, you're gonna have some ocean fish.
All right. And then speaking of water, just a glass of that.
Glass of water. Yeah. So you do you all go up individually, or do you give someone your order and have them go do it?
Maybe give it to Pip as well as the coin for it all.
Are we? Is the table within 120 feet of the bar?
Barely.
We can just use message.
The inside of this tavern is very large compared to the outside.
Okay.
But you all found a spot closer to kind of the center of the tavern. So.
Okay. Well, if it's close enough to message, I'll just do the thing where you're calling your friend on the phone as you're ordering.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And you see that the barkeep takes in all the information, and then you just hear it's like, all right, well, I'll have that right over. Normally, people give me their name first.
My name's Pip.
Okay. Hi, Pip.
Hi.
My name.
What's your name?
Oh boy. Hold on. I forgot.
The one thing the DM is never prepared for.
You know, I prepared a name for someone else, but they're not this person.
Just give this person their name, and then you'll have time to think about a new name for the other person.
Yep. Why are these names awful?
Because Descent to Avernus.
Sebastian.
Oh my goodness.
That was the second name that popped into my head.
What was the first?
Jeremy.
Yeah, no.
Sorry to all the Sebastians and Jeremys.
You see, he goes, my name is Vima. And then,
Vima.
And you see he's kind of turns around and starts going off to prepare your food and drinks, which will come out over drinks first, and then food will eventually arrive. So you all are free to kind of chat as you like about whatever you want.
You all like. Thank you.
Right, so what do we need to look into while we're here beyond Pip and I's problem?
And Avira's problem.
And mine.
Do we? Oh, we only have initials.
I want to look at that handwriting one more time. Where did we put the note?
I'm assuming we left it with Nefira.
I'm pretty sure it's either. Wherever you want it, wherever you all want to say it is. I know the necklace is with Eris, but the note could be with either Eris or
Eris, is it
Nefira.
still with you?
I hope so. I'm gonna check to see if the necklace and the note are still in my bag.
Check on that.
You look and your heart skips for half a second, and then you find it. It just got a little jumbled and on the road. But
cool.
Yes, the necklace and the note are with you.
Great, mage hand them out. Because I'm not
I don't
touching
want the
them still.
necklace, just
Fine,
the note.
mage hand the note out.
Okay, I'm gonna do another. What did you have? What kind of check did you have me do to see if I recognize the handwriting? Because I just want to look at it more and see if I can do better this time.
Investigation.
Investigation.
What are you looking for?
Just recognizing the handwriting. Because if I can tell it's familiar, but I can't place it, I'm gonna keep staring at it until I place it.
Yeah. Okay. Give me an
Sparks
investigation
seeing this is gonna place a hand on her shoulder and give her guidance.
Yeah.
So you get a D4. Yeah, sounds like you rolled a 2.
That's another 2.
Oh no.
I'm gonna roll that D4 anyway.
Yeah, get that 3.
Tiny dice, how dare you fail me? That's 1 on the D4.
Oh no!
So Mads was right.
Yeah,
got that 3.
Got that 3.
Plus mod. Man,
is a great
Nefira's gonna
start.
be unstoppable when she gets reliable talent at our penultimate level.
Mhm. I'm going to let you know that you do not have a high enough modifier. You're looking at it, and it's really starting to bug you because it's a thing where like almost deja vu, like you feel like you've seen this like handwriting before. It's not a super unique handwriting. It just looks like, someone scratched writing in a piece of paper. But for whatever reason, you are like, I recognize this handwriting. I've seen it somewhere, and I cannot remember where.
Has Nefira told any of the other gremlins that she got this feeling from the writing? I forget
I
if
don't remember.
this was common knowledge or not.
I don't think so.
No, I
you
don't
told
think so
anyone,
either.
Nefira?
So okay. This is driving me insane, guys. I swear I recognize this handwriting. I swear it, but I can't place it, and it's been bugging me all day. Did any of you recognize it?
No, I looked at it yesterday. Nothing
Spark's
special.
gonna stare
I
at the
just
writing
identified it, and there's
and
nothing.
the
Kind of like history.
guidance.
I will tell you that there's
Higher
nothing,
DC?
you will not recognize it. Only Nefira
Okay.
has this.
No.
Okay.
Nope. Just the writing.
So it's got to be somebody that you know that we don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, logically, but
So can you?
magic's weird, so I don't know. It's really freaking me out though, because I swear I recognize it, but I can't place it at all, and it's been driving me crazy because I know it's familiar.
Maybe keep the note on you and the proximity. You'll just wake up in the middle of sleep one night with a name?
Maybe. I hope. Depending on how well that sleep goes.
Well, hopefully it's just Pip and I.
Oh, kind of.
Don't really
speaking
hope
of-
for that either, though.
Speaking
I
of
hope it's no one.
getting names in your sleep, I had the dream that I had. My sister told me to write down this name, and I don't know if it's connected to the KL or not, but it is a K name, and I think I might want to try to do some research while we're here on that.
Okay.
name?
What was the name?
Kalimthor?
Kalimthor? Does that mean anything to me?
It does not. None of
Okay.
you recognize this name. If you recognize it from Forgotten Realms, no, you don't.
I don't, so.
Because I have also changed some lore. We're playing Forgotten Realms Plus, okay? We're not really
Forgotten Realms Mad.
Yeah, we're not
The remix.
The remix, yeah, we're not completely sticking to Forgotten Realms lore. So
Actually, Pip, maybe check in with your sister tonight before we go to sleep.
Yeah, I can, for sure.
You mentioned you wanted to see if you given her a note stuck, and I think you mentioned you did that.
I did, yeah. That's the only thing that she told me to write down on the note was that name. But she said that she knew what it meant. So, yeah, I'll have to check in with her.
at this time, your food and drink has all arrived. So you're all able to eat your food and drink your drinks. The water so crisp. The mead so sweet. The ale. Is that what you got? The ale.
Yeah.
Amazing. And all the food is delicious.
Yay!
And it does not cost you anything, as you get to eat for free, having brought a tome.
Sweet!
That's
Because I was
nice.
worried I wasn't going to be able to afford this.
Spark would have
It's like I'm never leaving.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my goodness, a poor college student Streamtown.
No,
Yeah.
I
The
almost lived
library
here.
has free food and a bathhouse.
Me out of
Pip's
character.
reconsidering his
I
life
want to go there and
choices.
never leave.
Pip post-adventure is gonna need to find a one-of-a-kind tome and just move.
Yep.
Assuming Pip isn't radically altered by the adventure, any more than he already is on the path of.
Yeah,
Listen, Morgan, I know both you and Mads are just eating this up.
Look, it's nothing. But yeah,
Fine.
Pip's fine.
It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing good wrong with him ever in his life. What are you talking
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, listen, he's not the only cursed one anymore, so you can't say anything.
Yeah. I'm worried.
You're not wrong. You are
The
not.
URL of that know exactly what it is. Or even look. Yep.
But man, I guess uncertainty. And all right, so tomorrow we go with Fisk, and then start looking into what we need to look into.
Yeah, I think so.
And I guess we'll be here until Savikas opens the box and we see what's in it or get information to help Pip and I. And ideally Nefira as well.
Yeah, we need to get that letter sent back to Zaj.
Oh yeah, he was expecting that. Oh, also, should we check in with Mortlock tonight as well?
Yeah,
See-
we can do that.
See if he's safely far away from Baldur's Gate. Maybe get an idea of where he's trying to go so we know where to look for his bakery in a few months.
Yeah.
How much should we tell him? About like his family and everything?
They're being brought to justice. He'll
They
probably
can't come
assume-
after him anymore. Make sure he knows he's safe. That they can't come after him.
But he probably shouldn't go back to Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say.
avoid
I
Baldur's
guess-
Gate, but like they won't be looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we kind of alluded that one of the Duke's sons got us the information to Zaj, so I'm sure he'll figure out when there's a missing son that was the one who helped us.
No, we told
Maybe.
Zaj that he wasn't involved. I don't think they'll come after Mortlock. Especially if they have to leave Baldur's Gate.
Sure.
They're gonna not do more work than they need to.
Yeah, and as you would know, they
Outside
don't.
their jurisdiction.
Yeah, they don't really have much jurisdiction outside of Baldur's Gate. Could they theoretically go and grab someone because they're mercenaries? Sure. But they probably won't because it's very difficult, and the town guard of other cities would probably get involved. So you know that if Mortlock's away from Baldur's Gate and stays away from Baldur's Gate, he should be fine unless someone sends like a personal bounty hunter after him.
Which they probably wouldn't
But he's a big
That-
guy.
because his family
Yeah, I
is
was
dead.
about to say, and
Right.
that's assuming there's
Arrested.
somebody around who would put a bounty on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Since the two brothers are going to have bigger issues than Retribution, and besides, they probably come after the Gremlins for Retribution. Since Eris is the one who murdered their mom.
But they don't know that.
Fair.
Unless someone tells them. Don't tell
They
them.
also don't really know it's us. They would take it out on the guard because the Flame Press is the ones who arrested them. So
Yeah, I don't think
we and
anybody
Morlock should be safe.
saw who we were down there beyond Kenny, but he's got her back.
Kenny Lenny.
Kenny
Lenny.
Yeah.
Kenny won't rat us out. He's hopefully living the.
God.
He's
Yeah, and
hopefully
if he
becoming a
does,
town crier.
beat him up.
I mean, I guess we did knock
Yeah,
him
the
out once, but we got him out of a pyramid scheme, so he should be
Yeah,
thankful for
he
that.
should. He should.
Oh, his food is good.
Mm-hmm. Definitely
That-
better than most of the food in Baldur's Gate.
If the rations were better than the food from Baldur's Gate.
Goodberry was better than the food from Baldur's Gate.
Hey, I think that one place that we went to had pretty good food.
Yeah.
That was my
One-
spot. Wait.
One place versus a whole city, though.
Yeah, and I mean, after living there for a few years, you kind of learn where to eat and where not to eat.
Apparently, it's just been the
Like,
fact that the fear
Mark's
and
a really
I
good
didn't
cook,
know where. Oh, you are? Maybe we should get you some stuff so you can make something for the first few nights if we're on the road again.
Oh, not me. I don't really know how to cook. Which
I
you
misheard.
would think that I would, since my mom cooks a lot and my dad's a baker. And Kamar's a good cook. But I'm not very good at it.
I'm pretty good. I can make eggs.
I can cook enough to survive. I make a really good chicken pot pie. And I can do a decent stew.
I always gotta
only
take out.
know the basics. Enough to survive off of foraging, but I'm not sure how to actually upscale anything I know to feed more than just me.
The Gremlins
Maybe
are
when we
literally
go-
college kids. Straight up, one person's like, I can make a mean PB&J, let me tell you. Someone else is like, I got eggs.
By our powers combined, we are
Well,
one
I
competent
lived in the
adult.
woods for like a year on my own, and then after we split ways, I lived on the streets and in the woods for another like 2 years. So I learned how to like cook in
How-
forests.
How to
I think
cook
to
the food,
survive.
how to make the food tasty. Is it just nutritious or is it actually delicious?
Well, I mean, I
It's
thought
never
it was
both.
College
good.
kid experience.
College kid experience.
Well, I think when we go back to visit our parents, we should maybe get a cooking lesson from Pip's mom.
Yeah.
I mean, my mom doesn't cook, but my mom does.
Oh, your mom, sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
But, right. Bathhouse.
Yes, please.
Mhm.
Listen, y'all, Stu was looking at Spark's spell list and going like, did Spark and Eris burn a bunch of spell slots if he had create water to basically
Take a
get a
shower.
warm bath?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just one warm bath.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, not melted snow with produced flame and made water that way.
There you go. Getting crafty with it.
When we were actually out in the woods.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I also do not have that spell prepared, even if he does have it.
Oh, I have
Here's
I produce flame all the time.
Oh, I'm talking create water. Is
Oh,
what-
create water.
Yeah.
You weren't prepared to, have to clean everyone's bedrolls because of all your blood all over it, Spark?
No, he was not ready for
How
that.
could you not be ready for that?
You gotta anticipate bleeding out in your sleep and your friends waking up in their pools of blood.
He was not expecting that at all. Also,
I don't understand
he
that.
that was a case of a cleric spell that's not on the paladin list.
Mm-hmm.
So, moot point.
But as you all kind of have this conversation and finish up your food and drinks, finally, like, enjoying being in civilization, you see that as you've been sitting, a few of the avowed, so the actual monks that kind of run Candlekeep, I guess you could say, have come in and out. You see there's some other adventurers that are starting to get a little rowdy at another table as it's, approaching 7 o'clock or so, and they've been drinking. These look like hardened adventurers. There's a bunch of you, like, you're all, like, young and sitting there. They're, like, scarred. They got, like, massive swords on, tons of armor. Like, the classic, like,
They are
sword
level
for
15.
hire. Yeah, sword for hire, just, like, making a ruckus, yelling at the bartender, who they obviously have some rapport with because they've been in a couple times. And you can see that, well, it's not going to get insanely, like, rambunctious in here, especially compared to a Baldur's Gate tavern. You imagine no one's trying to get in a fight or get kicked out of here because it's so expensive. But if you all are up for, some lively people later after your bath and before bed, you do know from what Fisk has said that the hearth is open all night and all day. So you imagine there will be people in here drinking, especially because it's free. But yeah, you all finish up and head over to the bathhouse. And again,
this group of adventurers, this side of the sword coast.
The cleanest adventurers hitting up every bathhouse. You're gonna make a little bathhouse road trip.
Also, y'all, I looked at Spark's spell list. You get it through Druid.
Hey, there you go.
So next time we're on an adventure, and we don't get into a fight because first level spells.
But yeah, you see that it's a pretty chill, kind of spacious bath and steam house. You see that there's a few heated pools, kind of circular heated pools of several different heat levels. You see there's a few where people are having kind of casual conversations. You see that they're debating. There's another pool where you see that two of the avowed, you imagine, obviously they're not wearing robes or anything, but Eris, you catch that they are practicing their elvish conjugation verbs. The nerdiest shit to do in a bath house.
I already know my elvish conjugation.
Yeah, you imagine they're practicing their language just in the bath. And you see off to the side there's some signs that have rooms for saunas and massage parlors. And again, as you come in, you're greeted by the person at the front desk who kind of tells you all this information and just points you to wherever you'd like to go.
Sorry, do you have a service to clean clothing?
Yes, we do. It will be sent to another building within the area, but we could have it back depending on how dirty.
Bark will show his bloodied sleeping clothing.
You see, she's like, I'm terribly sorry. I do not think there's anything I could do to save
That's
this.
fair.
If you really need to, we could try. But
no, Spark will put it away. Would you know a place I could acquire new ones within the city?
There is a seamstress. What the fuck are they called? Seamstress place? A tailor. There is a tailor across the courtyard. I'm sure they have just some general basic clothing you could buy that would probably suffice.
Thank you very much. Sorry for showing an impossible request.
No. You're absolutely fine. Enjoy your time.
Thank you.
And yeah, you all are able to relax and be clean and get a lot of blood and
a lot of dried blood between Spark and Pip.
A lot of dried blood, mostly from Spark. Pip only got a little cut on the
Spark's blood all in his hair, probably.
Oh.
Some poor person next to us in the bath is like, all those dark brown flakes coming off of that guy is
actually
best.
Now that I think about it, if you all just rolled straight into the tavern with Pip just having dried blood, scars, cut up face, you all might have actually been the ones that everyone's like, what the fuck are they? What are they?
Spark's absolutely ruined from her tip.
Yeah, scratches all over your face. Pip's got a gash in his. Eris is slowly got a black eye that's slowly healing. I think Nefira is the only one who looks like halfway fine, but Nefira's covered in daggers, so the point still stands.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are so fresh-faced. What?
Yeah.
This kid's just gonna go in the bar and hear rumors of that really gnarly fresh-faced groupie. He's like, they made their way here.
But yeah, you you all see that Spark has the wound is scarring up quite nicely, and it looks like the piece of obsidian or whatever had gone through Spark's stomach was probably about like 4 to 6 inches in diameter. So it is a massive wound in his side. And even though it's no longer bleeding and it looks like, with magic it looks several, like, probably weeks healed, it looks gnarly. So.
Oh, right. Wow, that looked as bad as that felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Probably the only one of these I end up with.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't challenge goddesses until you're a little bit more powerful. Please?
But
Like, I want to kick her ass too, but, I'd prefer it if we all survived the encounter. Please?
Spark kind of pauses with Nefira being the voice of caution.
It's scary.
And-
What's happening?
And that been in for him. He just kind of quietly stares in her direction, but kind of past her, and just, that's sinking in. And somebody else needs to be the voice of reason to the voice of reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you all are able to spend as long as you want here. I don't know, how long are you all planning on spending in the bathhouse?
Probably an hour.
Yeah.
Good deep scrub.
Mm-hmm.
Just relax a little.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just
Try to relax.
Spark's
Yeah.
got a
Get
lot.
warm.
Spark's
My
got a lot
hair
to
dye
wash
is
out of
starting
his
to, like-
torso.
And Afira's looking and just like, my hair dye's starting to, like, fade a bit. I need to reapply. I just need to re-dye it.
Do you think they do that here?
Hopefully.
That'd be cool.
In hell, just like, y'all, I need to get my hair dyed.
I need to touch up my roots.
I need to touch up my roots.
Spark just constantly making the purple flowers and slowly pressing dye out of it. It's like, give me a few days.
True love. Would he make hair dye for you in hell? No? Fucking God. But yeah,
Yeah, Mads, I know we talked about Druidcraft not being able to make, like, useful flowers.
you know what?
with
I
that
will let
skill.
that happen because that's fucking hilarious, and I will
Oh.
let that to
And
happen.
I also imagine making dye from flower petals takes a ton of flowers.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
So-
I'm not crafty. Get at me in the comments again. All these that's the only thing you're allowed to get at me in the comments is flowers.
Wait, we have comments?
No. But if we do, someone tell me.
Somebody 5 years from now is
Yeah.
gonna be like, hey, I looked at medieval notes for saffron production.
But yeah, you all spend about an hour or so relaxing. At this point, it's around 8 o'clock, and you see that Fisk actually comes through the door, and he comes over. He's doesn't look like he's going to be getting in the bath this time, but he comes over. He's like, so great news! I found one of my friends. She's going to be helping us if we need any books. And also she just took a note to Savikas. Well, she took it like an hour ago. So hopefully we will hear from her tomorrow morning. But I guess, are you going back to the hearth after this? Or are you planning on just going straight to sleep?
Probably sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, and you see he's kind of like, it's extremely warm in here for someone who's wearing, like, who's just come outside from winter clothes. So he's like, well, I will, if you are all going to be finishing up soon, I will just wait outside. It's much cooler outside. and I just want to say goodbye. No, I mean I'm not going anywhere. I will see you tomorrow, but I'm going to be outside. Okay. Don't look at me like that, Pip. It's nothing. I'm going outside. It's hot in here, okay? And then he turns and he walks outside.
Spark kind of pauses, like, I guess, yeah, Fisk probably is dumb. Yeah. Gosh darn it, Morgan. Yeah, that is a very good point. But I broke character.
Alright.
Yeah, Fisk probably is not going to be traveling with us after this. So, Eris,
That's
I
right.
guess, get out anything else you need to say about novellas?
Oh man, you're right. We'll have to make sure to reach out to him when the 7th book comes out.
Yeah, I can do the thing that I did with Spark, where I can connect you like telepathically, and then send him a message from far away whenever that happens.
I mean, maybe also get an address so you two can become pen pals?
Well, that's a good idea too.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you.
Morgan, sorry, Matt. You just given us a half-friendly NPC, and the Gremlins are like, we've adopted them.
I'm going to be ruined with sending.
Right, Morgan might end up being just as bad
Stop
as Laura
making such
Bailey.
charming NPCs.
I can't
Stop
help
making me want to
it.
talk to all your boys.
All my boys.
All of them, just... We're gonna be level 10, deep in Avernus, and Morgan... Sorry, Pip's like, I want to check in with Fisk.
Yep.
And Mad's be like, what voice did I give him?
Yeah, right. But yeah, do you all kind of spend any more time, or are you leaving Fisk hanging, or are you gonna start to make your way to get dressed?
This is very cool.
Yeah, we'll start heading out.
Way to get dressed. Painful. It's like, finally, all the dried blood off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I imagine for him that was a nasty thing where Walker was like, oh, I feel it smearing.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
It was not good times for anyone involved.
No. It was a terrible time.
But yeah, you all come back outside, and it is much colder. There is a very, very gentle snowfall that's just kind of falling through these kind of red and orange lights. And you see that it lands on the pavement, but it's not stick. And it's just very pretty. It's a nice... It's one of the snowfalls where you step outside and you're like, it smells crisp. It's very nice. And you see Fisk is kind of off to the side over a little bit of an overhang, just standing there, also kind of leaning against the side of the building, watching the snowfall. And he sees you all coming. He's like, okay. Well, okay, so first things first. And he reaches into his kind of side. You see now he's changed clothing. He's wearing a little bit nicer attire. Some like long maroon attire matches his beard very nicely. And you see he reaches in. He's like, well, I managed to go back to my room. So I wanted to give this to you. Spark, he hands you a little pouch of money. He's like, you paid for many of my things when I had no money, and I wanted to repay you, as that was very kind of you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. And Nefira, and he goes and he has your knife, and he's like,
My dagger!
I wanted to give it back. I said I would. And then he reaches into his waistband, and you see there is this really ornately curved dagger that is very pretty. You see he takes it, he's like, it is kind of Kalashite custom to give a gift of the first gift you've received from someone. You gave me a knife when I needed it most, and so I wanted to return that favor. So here you go. It's from my home country. And if anyone would love it, I think you would.
Fisk, it's beautiful.
And I will
Thank you so much. And just kind of like hugs it.
And that is what it looks like in the in the
That's
jungle.
Ooh.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Damascus blade.
Oh, it's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It is not magic, but it is just a very well made.
It's a pretty dagger.
Pretty dagger.
And you know what? That matters the most.
Adding a little tick there to my little...
Just another bing to Nefira's dagger count.
14 daggers.
Yes.
And I don't think I'm counting the magic one in that.
Yeah.
So
nice. 15 daggers. Good.
15 daggers
That's
total.
a good number.
It's gonna be
You
like
don't want to ruin that, right?
dagger by body mass by the end of this campaign.
Yeah.
So many daggers. Got them hidden like all over and like in this tucked into this like bandolier across my chest.
You're like a little
My
cactus.
belt.
Yeah, just imagining like
Oh,
a
man.
fastball special where Spark chucks Nefira at an enemy and she just crawls up, flexes, and like daggers out of the elbows and knees.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, and you see Fisk goes over to Eris and has a little folded piece of paper and hands it to you. This is what took me so long. I had to argue. That is basically one free re-entry for you and, your whole group. I figure you may want it for when the 7th novella comes out, and I feel like Pip would be extremely happy to come here at any time and read all the books.
Yeah.
But it is for all of you. You saved my life, and I wanted to say thank you. So.
Oh, thank you. We'll definitely
Thank you.
be visiting when the 7th novella comes out.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is not goodbye yet. I mean, I still have the puzzle box. I'm sure you all want to see what is in it. So
Yes.
when I get a response back from Savikas tomorrow, then we could definitely see what is inside. But did you want to do any research tonight, or did you also want to wait till tomorrow?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah,
Go over to the tailor and get some new sleeping clothes.
Oh yes, that is probably a good idea. Yes.
I asked if the bath could clean it, and they said it was beyond repair.
Yes, that is yes. I would say when you just bleed all over everything in 10-foot radius around you with most things. Yes.
Yes, and several bedrolls.
Yes.
But at least we have in beds tonight.
Very true. Have you been to the House of Rest yet, or are you going
No.
next?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Anne is the one who will be helping you. She can bring you books. You cannot really go into the area where all the books are kept. There's a lot of there's a lot of rules. But she will bring any that you want, and you basically just kind of sign out a room at the hearth, and you can study and read and take notes and whatever it is that people who love books do. Besides novellas, obviously, like the very important books that are so dry and so hard to read.
I guess maybe tomorrow while we wait to meet with Sabikas, Pip, you can ask her, since you or Eris are probably our best bets, to parse those books. As much as I enjoy the fantasy stuff I read, I'm not the fastest reader.
Yeah,
So
I can read pretty fast.
Yeah,
I
so
can read
pretty
fast,
decent.
but if I'm reading something that isn't like a fiction book, I'm not going to process a single word. So
I can read nonfiction pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm used to doing research for the different cases that I get.
yes, thank you very much. And Spark will go in for like a handshake and then pull him in for a
Big bro.
hug, pat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nefira's going to hug his leg.
He's like, okay. All right. You all I've seen it. You're very group hug people. Do you want a group hug?
Yes.
Ooh,
Okay.
yes.
All right, so you all get a little group hug with Fisk, as he's probably seen you all hug probably like 7 times on the road of 5 days, like after every traumatic morning event. But yeah, he's like, well, I will kind of show you the House of Rest, and then I guess I will just come get you in the morning, either there or the hearth, I assume. When I hear something back from Savikas. Oh, yes. Tomorrow, if you are looking to do the research, just ask for Anne at the hearth. The bartender will kind of send a note for her, and she will come and handle all of that, so... Fisk leads you over to, you see this kind of 3-story bunkhouse that is in the courtyard. And as you walk inside, you see that it looks like there should, again, not be as many rooms as there are. There's another kind of weird dimensional thing happening as you see just a ton of doors right next to each other. To the point where it looks like they're basically touching, and you're like, oh, well, I mean, I guess the rooms are going to be kind of small if they're like this. But Fisk walks up to the front and kind of just takes a key. Says, are you all, how many rooms?
4? 1, probably.
1, 2?
1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
1.
I mean, is it going to be big enough for one? I mean, these stores are really close together.
I mean, if they're not pretty small.
It's small at this point is okay. I would just rather not separate for the night, considering what happened the last night.
Good character.
Please.
Called it.
Yep, called it.
Yeah.
You see that Fisk is like, yes, no, I had a feeling, no, watch this. And he takes the key, and you see it glows a little bit, and a number appears. He's like, okay, so you have room 34. Well, let's go find 34. And he walks, and you all see, when he opens the door, you see that it's up on the 3rd floor. And he opens the door and opens it up, and it is a very spacious room, probably about 40 by 40 feet. There's some couches, there's like several, there's like a few single beds, there's like a double bed, there's carpet everywhere, there's pillows for the laying on, like if you want to lay on the floor and sleep, but other, like it's very comfortable, but also very kind of rustic. There's not really like any bookshelves, there's a few side tables, but it looks very comfy and very spacious.
The magic of this place is amazing.
Oh,
yeah.
It is something, wait, hold on. It's, I never listen. So people tell me things and I don't listen. All the time they start talking, especially here, they start talking, right? And it's just, it's a lot. It's something like a geometric amplifier. Yeah, that sounds about right. It's also what happens with the hearth as well. It's why the hearth looks so much bigger on the inside. There is a deal with someone who did it. It was probably a wizard, I don't know. But it's very convenient because you get all these rooms, they all are at least this big, if not bigger. So, well, who's the key? There's only one key, so don't lose it. Whoever you give it to, Eris, am I assuming? I'm giving it.
Yes, I'm
Probably Eris.
I'm assuming
I
give
wouldn't
it to you.
lose it either.
Okay.
I was going to take the key.
Here's
Not going to
the
have
order of
her
things.
good, responsible name
All right,
slandered.
okay, all right. I didn't say anything.
Just one magic moving necklace ruined your name.
But it
No,
was
I
magic.
I wasn't implying. I was implying that Eris was the most. Fuck it, whatever. Oh, I'm going
Thank you,
to bed.
Fizz.
The
Thank
most
you, Fizz.
responsible out of us, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to go to sleep now. Again.
Rest well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Okay. See you.
Good night,
I
Fizz.
will come
See you
get in the
tomorrow.
morning. Good night. Don't die.
We'll try.
Yeah.
We'll try not to.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
Great. You sound very convincing. Okay. I will see you tomorrow. And Fisk heads out. You all have this nice, spacious hotel room. Jumping on the beds.
Yeah.
So, Eris,
Mm-hmm.
unless we all want to go over to the tailor to get me some new sleeping clothes. Unlike Pip, I'd rather not sleep in my underwear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need new sleeping clothes, but I do need more everyday clothes because I slept in mine. So that would be nice to have.
Cool. Shopping spree.
I'll
Yeah.
redesign. Let's get new. Lads need to get new fan art.
Yeah, right.
Wait, it's actual art. It's not-
Yeah. We'll say that you all, if you're getting any like clothing patched up, it'll be ready the next day. If you're buying just some new clothing, this you will have to buy, but it's like 5 copper.
Alright,
it's
yeah.
not a lot to just get
Dark
some very
will
basic,
spend the silver
shirt,
to get
pants situation.
2.
So if
Since he's
anyone,
expected to bleed through another.
yeah, if anyone wants to get any of those type of things, it's 5 copper. Take it out of your own situation. We'll also say for a bedroll, it is whatever D&D Beyond says a bedroll is.
Somebody get back to me on that, since I don't know that off the top of my head. And
I'm in inventory right now. I will get back to you.
Cool.
Bedroll is 1 gold.
So expensive.
cool.
All right, we'll say it's 5 silver. They're running a for-profit, not for profit here.
All right, so Spark will spend 2 gold to get 4 bedrolls to replace all of the forest gremlins.
Nice.
Oh.
He's the one who bled on them.
And we'll say as whoever goes over there, some people can stay in the room, some people can go. It's just like right across the.
I don't think the party's gonna split.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
No
can put your
splitting.
stuff down if you want, though, and in the room, as you kind of had been taking it with you, you now realize that's why you might have gotten some looks at the hearth and the everywhere, because you're just carrying your packs of packs of bloody stuff. When people are like, go put it in your room. Put your luggage upstairs. But yeah, you all are able to do that. And let's take a short break because I have to go to the bathroom, and then we'll come back.
Cool.
The party actually still looking up for the gremlins.
Hopefully. Let's not die in our sleep, everybody, today.
I need to reclaim that D4 when I get back. Hmm. Oh. So
no, my pants.
and a fun thing to mention with one of the social things I did yesterday. A friend basically separated their wedding and their reception to 2 separate days. Sorry, like the ceremony and the party part.
Mm-hmm.
And just got a message back from her where it's like, oh yeah, just a friend and I went in to split getting them an engraved fantasy sword.
Nice.
Nice.
First names, date of the marriage ceremony.
That is amazing.
And also the fact that apparently her now husband had been raving about wanting some more of my cookies. So he was more excited when on arrival was like, here, and handed them a Ziploc bag full of cookies. And he was like, yes, I've been wanting more of those. The man only knows stories that my friend has told him since I have met him twice, because every time it's like, hey, yeah, want you guys to be acquainted with my partner, something would come up, and either she couldn't come or he couldn't come.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been dating.
For
They
my
were dating
friends,
for
the
8
gift.
years.
Oh wow. The gift that I'm giving my friend and her new husband for their wedding is I'm making a like stained glass painting
Ooh.
of like that stained glass picture in the Beauty and the Beast movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that famous one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be like modeled off of that, but with my friend and her husband.
Cute.
And
No. Just
I got like the perfect reference image at the reception too. It was beautiful.
the gifts of something crafted means so much.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a nice big painting. I'm very excited to get started. I did a sketch of it while I was still in Michigan, and it's I like it. I think it looks pretty
Nice.
good so far.
Please send us update photos as you work,
Ooh,
since I don't think any of us could accidentally leak it.
Put
You
on
don't know
the
my life.
internet. Yeah, put it on the internet.
I'm not gonna accidentally leak it.
I'm
I'm
gonna actually purposefully.
gonna actively leak it.
Do we have
Consciously and
Sly?
purposefully.
I was about to
Let's see.
say, we have Sly's full name now because of that mailing list
True.
thing. So we could, through...
Put your name and
Your-
address on it.
Yeah, I was about to say, through their Facebook, try to be like, okay, who recently got married? That they know.
I don't have a Facebook, and
I
I
wasn't
don't think
thinking
my
that.
friend
That's a
does
good idea.
either.
Wise, I have one, but I haven't touched it in like 2 or 3
So this
years.
This is the preliminary sketch. So like the top part of it, the sky, I'm completely redoing, and the pillar on this one side, I'm also completely redoing. And I still haven't done
Oh.
them, but
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's nice looking.
so like that pillar though, very very happy with. And so it'll be them in the
No.
middle.
Very cool.
So
But yes,
it's a
you're
quick
wiser
little
than
preliminary sketch.
also
Very
just with
excited.
chilling with a bunch of my friends from town, and at some point somebody was like, are any of you gonna bother going to the high school reunion? And we're all like, no. And then she's like, oh yeah, something charging $90 to get in, and we were all like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Everybody I care to stay in contact with from high school, I have some means to do so already.
Mm-hmm.
Like their cell phone numbers. But, if I need to send a photo message of Minnie to one of my friends out in California, we occasionally do like bi-yearly, how are you holding on touch points. One of the guys I did that 4-player go of Tales of Symphonia with.
Mm. But all right, are we all back and have food, drink? Cats
I'm in
fed?
position.
Cats are fed. I just spent my whole break putting away. I made a lot of soup.
Nice.
When we started playing, I made like a whole pot of soup, and it filled up a giant glass, like our largest glass bowl for like storing it in, and then another small bowl, and then another small Tupperware, and the fridge was full, so I had to figure out how to get it all to fit.
Nice.
And I did it. I did it.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Had a sneeze. Okay. All right. Back in. So yeah, you all put your stuff down and left the hotel room to go get some new clothes. Spark paid for all the gremlins to have new comfy sleeping bags that luckily you won't need tonight, as there is plenty of beds, floor, couch options to choose from.
I'm gonna sleep on the floor with nothing.
Just, yeah.
It's just gonna starfish on the floor and have
Starfishing in the middle of the bare floor in just his underwear.
have the whole thing to like flip and flop over.
Yeah. Oh, that way.
Is there like a pile of cushions and stuff on
Yeah,
the floor?
there's tons of
Oh,
cushions and blankets and everything.
Yeah, and if you're just curling up over there.
Yeah. So as you
No,
all,
Pip's gonna take a bed for sure.
yeah, as you all come
Spark's-
back to the room.
Spark's taking a bed after the night he had previously.
Mhm.
Yeah, Eris will also be taking a bed.
As you all come back to the room, you are able to just relax. Is there anything you're doing before going to bed, or are you having watches?
Nafira is
Well,
making
Yes, we
sure
should
that-
set
Yeah,
up
are
some
we-
watches.
Okay.
Launches
Yeah,
since
that's. I mean,
we have to make sure somebody's watching in case we have a visitor in the night.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we should break it up so that one person is on watch. We just have 4 watches.
Okay,
We can do that.
I'll take first watch.
All right. Pip, are you sending anyone tonight?
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mads, you have a gesture at the table of Sundin. Have fun.
No.
Have
I
no
forgot I
somehow.
had sending for a second, so this is your entire fault.
I would
Um,
have wanted to, so
thank you so much for
Spark
considering
would have
me.
brought something up too.
yeah.
It's like, oh
Okay.
yeah, let's check in on Mortlock.
Okay.
But Spark be like, so check with your sister first. You might need your second cast to follow up.
Okay. I should have written this down. Oh my god. Okay.
You think you would have learned after having that very succinct write down last
Yeah.
time?
Everyone
Yeah,
else RP
okay.
while Morgan writes something down.
No, I'm gonna wing it. Let's go.
Alright, let's do it.
Are you counting yourself, Morgan, or should I
I mean, you can if you want to, because I
focus on the words?
am math is a thing that happens sometimes to all of us. So, yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. And sending Lunaria. Let's go. Okay. Hey, it's Pip. Just checking in to see if you got that note.
You can just let the spell complete if you've already sent the full contents you want.
Yeah, I know that, and Pip knows that logically, but he is a man of very many words.
That's too
Yeah,
for
that's
those
it.
out of character.
that's enough.
Okay.
So like 13.
Okay. You get a response back a lot quicker than you have previously. You hear Lunaria say, "Someone please count for me." Thank you.
Well, Tate has it.
Yeah, you hear Lunaria go, "Pip, I found it in my pocket. How? I don't remember." What? It's your handwriting. Absolutely. how do you know Kalemvor? And that is it. So it sounds like
Oh boy.
she does not.
Oh
remember.
boy. Oh no, very sad. Hmm.
Well, sounds like you got a dense second message to send tonight. It's gonna be so wild when they're in the same room and Pip doesn't have to speak to his sister in segments of 25 words at a time.
Oh boy. Okay. So do you think that needs following up, or should we talk to Morlock?
You were not plugged into any. Sorry, nobody else was plugged into your message. Pip's the only one who heard that back. So.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Oh boy.
So, Pip, what was
Okay.
the response?
Yeah, she got the note. But she doesn't remember me giving it to her.
Do you
So-
think?
What does that mean?
I
don't
think
know.
it means that maybe due to the attention that Pip and I have on us, we'll retain our dreams better than most. Because I still, and he scratches his side, remember in very clear detail what happened to me last night when usually 10 minutes after I wake up I've forgotten even nightmares. No, outside of the really potent ones and the weird ones, like the time you all turned into werewolves. I don't know what I ate that night, or why that's the only thing I remember from that nightmare.
I don't know. I mean, I can talk to her again if I need to say anything else, or we can talk to Mortlock if you wanted to, because I know that a few days ago I said that I would, and I just and then you let me talk to her twice. So I know that you're waiting on that, but
If it's
So-
your spell, and it
I know.
sounds like what you're trying to figure out with your sister is important. Mortlock's
Yeah.
probably still
Mortlock
just
will
on
be
a boat
okay.
somewhere.
We can check in with him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Probably check in with your sister.
Okay. Oh
So
boy,
I
I should have
guess-
been writing stuff down while I was talking about this. Oh boy.
So I guess maybe tell her what a short version of what you saw in your dream last night, and if you have the words left, you'll get back to her tomorrow?
Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this again. It's part 2. Electric Boogaloos.
Can I just
Alright.
always think about that thing I saw from the Ione Myth Summarized video of just Heracles' lineage, and at some point Poseidon slept with Zeus's daughter, and she commented, "Ew, that's your niece." But hey, that's just Greek mythology. Sorry for
Okay.
the tangent.
One more time. Let's go. I need to be. I'm about to. It doesn't matter. Okay. You don't remember. I had a dream. You were there. You asked me to give that to you. What does Kalemvor mean?
That's 5.
Love you. Bye.
Nice.
Did Pip telekinetically link with anybody before that one, or no?
No, because I forgot that. So,
Cool.
If you want to say you did,
sure. I'll link with whoever is willing. Is it like one at a time or?
Who did you?
One
Yeah.
out of-
Who did you meet
Okay.
with?
Probably Spark.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So as you Spark, you hear that message,
Hmm.
and you hear the message also come back.
Tate, you got this one again?
Pippet, do not get involved with Kalemvor. You don't know what you are getting yourself into. It is very, very dangerous. Stay safe. Love you.
Hmm.
That's suspicious.
Spark will kind of look at
I
Pippin
definitely have
like,
to research that in the morning.
why did she give you the name of somebody dangerous?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, she didn't tell me in my dream either what it was. She just said that she would know what it meant.
Okay, so there was this story I read years ago where somebody was constantly waking up the same day if they died, and at some point they asked people for like secrets or names that it's like, if I say this, it will save me 10 minutes of explaining I've lived this day 50 times already. Maybe it was something like that?
You think
Where-
that she's dying every day?
No, I think that's more...
And that's why she doesn't remember being in the dream.
Yeah, so
Right?
that name will rouse a reaction from her,
Hmm.
and she probably knew there was no other way you could know that name beyond from her, or if you met this person.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna look more into this in the morning.
We definitely need a last name for this person to see if... And the Spark will, without thinking, reach out for Nefira's hand. See if it matches the necklace. Does Pip still... And even now, Pip doesn't pick up on it.
Pip, roll your
I mean, I
insight.
could roll about
roll
it,
your
but...
insight, Pip. Roll
Y'all-
your
y'all-
insight.
Is this it? Is this it?
Y'all see Eris side-eye, Spark and Nefira, and Scribble sling down her notebook.
Well, I got an 18 on the die, but it's a 17 total.
That's probably high enough.
There's something going on there that is beyond just like a little friendship handhold.
Seriously, Spark's probably done that with all of you.
Yeah, this one though, it's you can tell that's what insight's all about. Look, everyone else uses insight in their campaigns to tell if people are lying. This campaign, we're just gonna use it to tell if Spark and Nefira are in a relationship. That's it. The entire campaign.
I was about to say, Spark's been vibe checking people like, oh, what's the general energy I get off of you?
Yeah, no, Pip, something's going on there. You're, I wouldn't say it's obvious enough with just a handhold, but you are now looking for it.
In the loop.
You are now in the loop. Congratulations.
I am now near the loop.
You have decided to find the on-ramp to the loop. Congratulations.
It just
He missed his own exit, but he's here for this one.
Aww.
That is a good way to put it. I am...
Yep, okay. So he just sees that and then just like narrows his eyes a little bit. He's gonna think about this.
Pip will remember this.
Wait, where's my thing?
Matt and I were going to the same place with that.
But yeah, as you all kind of contemplate this name and what it means, if it relates to Nefira's necklace, what all is going on in the crazy, crazy world you all live in. Spark, you're taking first watch. What is the watches everyone else is deciding to take?
I guess
Eris can take the last one since she's kind of been taking the last one.
Mm-hmm.
for a while. She's on that schedule now.
Cool. Nafira?
I can do the second.
Second, and Pip will be third watch. All right. So, unless there's anything else you all are wanting to talk to each other about, otherwise you can all settle down for just a nice evening. Plenty of beds, plenty of blankets, plenty of pillows. So comfy. I'm assuming you're not putting the dome up, Pip?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Everyone come in the dome, and then you can leave, but we have the dome. Set it up just in case.
We have the dome set up, and then Pip rolls out of the dome and cancel, and it dissipates.
Oh no.
10 minutes into his sleep.
Okay, so Spark, go ahead and give me that perception check for your first watch.
He actually rolled decent. You think I would have the modifier memorized? 16 total.
16 total. All right, so where's everyone else as first watch is kind of happening? Where Spark is? We'll say there's two, there's like a double bed, a single bed, floor with a bunch of blankets, couch. So where
Eris is probably in the single bed.
Eris is in the single bed.
I know, Nefera would, I said earlier, Nefera was curled up in the pile of cushions and blankets on the floor.
Nice. Where's Pip?
I mean, I'll probably take the double bed.
Lots of room.
Give him a little bit of room.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't move as much in a single bed as he does on the open floor. But he's still gonna take the double bed, because why not?
He's gonna roll out the room, down the hallway. Yeah.
Over sleepwalk.
Yeah. Spark, it is a very quiet and boring watch, to say the least. I mean, at least when you're out in nature, there's some stuff you can look at. There's always a bit more of that, like, on edge, because you're aware you're camping and, like, it could be animals, anything like that. Right now, you're at least lucky it's early enough in the night that your body's not like, go to sleep, nothing's going on. But you're staring at, like, your three friends sleeping in a very boring room. There's, like, no tapestries on the wall.
Spark will look to see if there is a window so he can watch the snowfall.
You see that there is a very small, like, little porthole kind of window. And then it looks directly into the alley that, like, goes to the wall. So you can see snowfall against the wall. But you also have to kind of stand and look out as it's higher up. So, no, you're like, this is going to be a boring watch. But at least all of you are taking watches. So it's only like a 2-hour watch instead of the usual closer to, like, 3.5.
And near the end of his watch, Spark is going to look over at Pip and see if there's any blood on the bed.
You just waited all the way till the end? You look...
Alright, he would periodically, but the end is when he's going to be, like, super intently, like, is there any red here that wasn't before?
Yeah, no, Pip is currently half diagonal across the bed. Definitely taking up way too much room for his tiny little body. But no blood that you can see.
Something else... Actually, no, Spark will probably try this tomorrow night. So, as he gets to the end of his shift, he walks over to the nest and just shakes the whole thing gently. Like, not sure where the blanket ends and Nefira begins.
Nefira's head kind of pokes out, armed with a little dagger, and up at the ready's like, what happened? Who's dead?
Oh, fine. Luckily, Pip's just being Pip, and he gestures to Pip taking up, like, a cat volume spot on the bed of nobody else can use that bed while Pip's on it.
Yep.
Okay. Want to cuddle Pip? God, rude.
None of us are a bookstore, so...
Yeah, gets kicked right in the spot where you were injured as Pip rolls over.
Oh,
It's probably a good idea that you find your own space to lay, Spark.
yeah, Spark's gonna take the other
Probably-
single bed.
Probably should have saved the double bed for the big guy.
I mean,
but-
you can take the nest. If
I don't
while
know.
Nefari's on watch.
Spark looks at the nest. It's like, I know you cozy up, but I don't think I can fit in there.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm like
Alright.
twice and change your size.
Alright. Well,
Good luck with your
get
watch.
some sleep.
I'm trying.
Use my new tiny face.
Yeah.
And Spark will conk out on the bed. The other single. Pip
So,
still gets.
Eris is in the single bed. There's the couch that you can crash on.
I said there were
I
two
thought
single
Eris
beds.
said
Oh,
was-
there's two
she
single
was on the.
I'm making it up. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. The couch pulls out into another single bed. There you go.
Okay,
yeah,
I think
he
that's what
takes
I'm rolling on. I'm gonna move that and roll like
Are you
on
not
a
rolling
normal
well?
thing. I got a 5.
Oof.
Oh no.
Because what?
Spark
Okay,
is
this
What kind of
asleep,
check is this?
Nefira.
What modifiers am I adding? Or do
Perception.
we never? Okay, well I have a +4 for perception, so
So
that gets
a
me up to
9.
like a 9.
So yeah, you kind of have the similar issue of it's so boring. There's nothing to look at. You kind of peek out into the hallway like once or twice during the watch, and then you find that you sit down just briefly in your little nest and conk out and wake back up, unsure of what time it is. But you gather that it is probably later than it should be, and you should probably wake someone else up as you fell asleep for at least 45 minutes of your watch.
Okay, that checks out though, because don't I have like a one exhaustion or whatever?
You do.
At the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm exhaustion level 1, so like it checks out.
Yeah,
Wait, does that mean that should have been a disadvantage?
technically yes, but you know what? The 9 is
was so
good enough.
low.
The 9 is shitty enough. So yeah, you know it's time to.
So I will, as I end my watch, I will definitely be checking, actively, intently checking everyone to make sure they slept okay and are still alive and breathing.
Yeah, you kind of sneak around and you see that everyone is breathing. Pip is now feet are where the pillows are.
It's like
on the bed. Yeah, he's rotating as the night goes on. And everyone is breathing and sleeping. So soundly.
And not bleeding?
And not bleeding.
Okay. She'll be the sigh of relief, and then they'll go, and it's Pip's turn, right? Okay.
Yep.
Pip! You know, just shake.
What's up?
Just shake Pip. It's like, hey, get up.
Yeah.
It's
sorry. Okay, I'm up.
It's your turn for watch.
okay.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
Okay. You wanna take this bed or
I have my little nest over there.
okay?
All right.
Okay, good night.
Good night. Good watch.
Good night, good
Thanks.
watch, good luck. GL, good luck. Good luck, have fun.
Please don't die.
It's
A nice
perception.
quick little double check on Spark as she heads back to the little nest, and
Spark is heavily sleeping.
Like a boulder.
Yeah, like a boulder, but he seems fine.
See, the thing is,
to sleep.
whenever Nefira's like, good watch, I was gonna make a do better than I did joke, and I got the same.
You got a 9?
I got a 9. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're.
You know what? You're picking a good night to all fumbles.
Yeah, you kind of get up and come to the same conclusion that everyone else came to. This room is boring. So I don't
Not a
know
single
what.
bookshelf.
Not a single bookshelf. You're quite offended by the fact, but you imagine all
Yeah.
the bookshelves are further in.
Yeah, but
And yeah, you definitely don't kind of doze off, but you do find yourself kind of staring out quite a bit into the rest of the room. Your friends are a bit more spread out than they have been from you in a while. What's Pip thinking in this moment?
It's past like the initial like boredom.
Mm-hmm. As you're trying to like keep yourself awake in the dead of night.
I've just been sleeping for an amount of time. I don't know. Probably still a little uneasy because nightmares keep coming and has not happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
So just thinking about that. And I don't know. I don't know. I might read his book a little bit. It's a little kid's book that he has.
Very nice.
Opens it up, and the first thing he sees is the dedication in the inside cover that Lodaya wrote 15 years ago. And also the picture that Valen drew that's still in there. Because he stuck that in there.
Very cute.
But yeah, that's what's going on, I guess. Let's go read that a little bit. It was a kid's book, so it's very like a beginner reader's kind of chapter book kind of style kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's what's going on.
As it approaches the end of your watch, Eris, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I was about to joke that
God.
Naz was a prank to drag one of us into the bad place without warning.
Ooh, Iris kind of did okay. She got a 14.
Okay.
Oh no.
Hey, that means...
No, yeah, she got a
worse
13. It's not like she couldn't live the
Well,
plus
I mean-
one.
But that's worse than what Spark got last time is the thing.
Come on.
Yeah, have fun. We'll see your
Oh my God.
surprise.
No,
so
on my
scared.
9. Oh no.
Hi,
This
Erin.
sounds like Nefira's the last one.
All right. Eris,
Mm-hmm.
welcome.
Yeah, it's great to be here. No, it's not.
So, you have been sleeping pretty hard. You haven't had watch yet, so you've just about completed your full rest. And you might have had a little trouble falling asleep, worried about everyone else.
Yeah.
But as you find yourself suddenly pulled into this dream, you're sitting in this warm and lively tavern. There's music playing. All your friends are sitting around you, laughing and joking. It's just a really jovial time. Suddenly, the noise kind of starts to quiet, and you get that white noise, that pressure around your ears as you look around at your friends. You see Cassius is there with Pip, deep in some arcane discussion. You see Spark and Nefira sitting close together, kind of leaning against each other at the table, smiling, as Spark hands over this black flower that the petals almost look scaled as he hands it over. In the blink of the eye, you are back in your childhood home in Briar Glen, but it's dark and desolate. There's snakeskin draped over most of the furniture. Your mother's sitting alone, in silence, staring into a slowly dying fire that casts no shadow and gives no warmth. She doesn't seem to notice you at all as you're standing there, kind of off to the side of her. Suddenly, the world rotates and you find yourself in a dark cavern, sword and shield in hand, out of breath. You hear a shout of pain to your right as you see Pip grab his throat, blood pooling through his fingers and out his mouth as he falls to the ground, gasping and calling out for Cassius. Another cry as you look, just in time to see a sword slice into Nefira's shoulder as they too fall. Spark yells out for them, and in that moment of distraction, you see as a sword punctures through the left side of his abdomen. As his eyes dart to Nefira, he reaches for her, falling to the ground. Suddenly, there's nothing but silence all around you. You hear just the slow trickle of blood on stone, as your friends' lifeless bodies lay in front of you. In your head, you hear, "What would you do to protect them?"
Anything.
As you say those words, you see a colossal yellow eye with a thin black slit for the pupil snap open from the dark stone wall. Immediately, the scene rewinds. You see your friends' bodies stand back up as their wounds close. You feel the intense gaze of the eye shift its attention to you. As searing pain erupts from your throat and shoulder and stomach, you feel the blood start to soak your clothes. The pain drives you to the ground. As you lay there bleeding out these wounds you've taken for them, you see Spark leaps over you, rushing to check on Nephira. You see Pip, with a crooked grin, reach a black scaled arm towards the eye, and with just the most heartless glance in your direction, go, "I would never do that." The blood soaks your clothes as your vision slowly fades. In the darkness, you can feel the weight of scaled bodies as they slither over your legs and arms. You hear that same voice in your head. "They couldn't care less about you, even Pip, and you're dying because of him. No matter how hard you try, no one will ever put you first." I need you to roll me 4d10.
Okay. All right. Quick math over here.
Quick math.
Quick math. Yeah, 25 points of damage.
You take 25 points of damage.
That's
As
not
you
bad.
have all of the injuries that you took for your friends.
Oh man. All right.
All right. I'll see you back there.
Okay.
Pip, as you are on watch, kind of reading through this kid's book, having flipped to the end, and it just occurred to you that you probably should get ready to wake Eris up for her watch. You hear from the far corner of the room a gasping cough as Eris, you try to sit up but stumble and fall out of the bed. You, Pip, look over and see Eris has a gash across her throat, her shoulder, and her side. She's bleeding out as she's falling to the ground, coughing, cannot get any words out.
Eris! Eris! Oh no! And Scrabbles, Spark, wake up! And he's,
Everyone's awake at Pip shouting.
okay.
Spark will look
like-
around to see if anybody's injured.
Eris
is hurt.
He is gonna run over and dump 10 points of lay on hands on her.
Yeah, Nephira is running over and going, "I told you
But-
you were not allowed to die in your sleep tonight."
Is she more stable? Like, you probably
Currently-
focus the energy around the neck injury.
Yeah, currently Eris is bloodied. So however many points you want to use, as Eris has taken more than half of her hit points.
As
And this
Spark
is at the
healing
end of-
her, as Spark is healing her,
this is
Pip
bad.
going
This is-
through his own bag to find one of his mini health potions that he just bought.
Guys, this
and
is
then
also
pours it
bad
down her
because
mouth.
this is happening at the end of Eris's long rest. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
you see Spark runs over and tries to or casts lay on hands, you said?
yeah.
Or does lay on hands around the neck wound. You see that there's still a gash across the shoulder, and very similar to the same side where Spark had a wound, there is more blood coming from there. As you kind of gently hold Eris's head to pour the potion in, go ahead and roll me that potion amount. I'm not sure which one you are using.
It's just a regular one.
Is
That's
it
all I have.
2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah.
Oh boy, come
Yeah,
on.
Spark will
D4
burn.
is be kind.
And Spark will probably burn a first level spell slot to cure wounds your back. So let me mark down that spell slot.
6.
Okay.
Nice.
Another 6
So
healed.
16 healing total with an additional 10 on top of that.
All right.
And Spark puts another 10 points into her back.
Yeah. As all of you have this lay on hands and the potion, as you kind of come out of this nightmare, you can finally talk and breathe easier.
Okay.
But you are covered in blood, and the wounds are still very fresh. They're not healed, as it took a lot to heal you and just keep you from bleeding.
Yep. I think Eris just
why did you
like,
roll that well?
I had to roll 40-10, and I rolled above 5 on all of my rolls.
No.
Yeah, no. It was bad.
Mads!
Oh, boy.
Yes, hi.
What did we get the attention of?
The original nightmare. What? I told you the name.
I see what this is about. This is about the don't touch my boys thing. So you go after our girl? That's what's happening?
Exactly. Look, you were awake, all right, and thinking about Eris because you were about to wake Eris up.
And because I was reading the book that we used to also read together, which I realized.
Now the question is any of us in character going to recognize this pattern?
Probably not, because we don't know what Pip's thinking about.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
So
would Pip kind of realize? Do I have to rule something about that, or if he notices a pattern going on?
Yeah. Give me give me an insight check.
So good at those.
Sorry, no guidance because Spark's too focused on Eris's condition to notice Pip trying to plank.
It's a 19 on the dice, so 18.
Ooh. You realize that 1, all 3 times you had nightmares, you had talked to your sister beforehand. And 2, it does also seem to somehow relate to either people you were like thinking about or in close proximity to. That one you're not extremely sure about as you haven't done enough testing. But so far, Spark and Spark and Eris have gotten dragged into nightmares when they have been more on your mind, whether it was Spark literally volunteering, or you were awake and actively thinking of waking up Eris.
Oh boy.
Mads, way to turn Sundin into a double-edged sword.
What I deserve. Okay.
So yeah, Eris, as you finally are able to breathe again, you're pretty sure you're not dying. What's Eris doing as everyone's kind of crowding around her, kind of half on the, I assume mostly on the floor now, is probably Spark like pulled you onto the floor to finish healing as you had kind of tumbled out of bed.
I think
sit her up if she lets him.
I think she does like kind of a quick look between Spark and Nefira, and then looks at Pip for a second, and I think she just looks really like confused, and she doesn't like really say anything. She just kind of like, I guess, sits up against the side of the bed, and doesn't really say anything.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is my fault.
How?
What do you mean?
Because you grabbed the book?
There's a pattern here. Every time I've thought about somebody or have been linked to them, then this happens. I don't want to hurt you guys anymore. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
This is my fault.
Pip, you're not the one doing this.
Am I?
It's the original nightmare doing this.
Yeah, the fear is gonna happen.
He's doing this through me, though. Technically, kind of. Because of me, I mean...
Yes, but that doesn't... You're not... You, by your intention, are not doing this to us.
Not by my intention, no, but I still have a hand in this.
Not
What
by
if...
your will, though.
I don't know if that makes it any better.
This makes it so that you're just as much of a victim.
It makes it so that I can't control it. I don't have a hand in controlling it. And I don't want to lose anyone else. What if it had been worse? You know?
What if it'd been 5d10? That's for... I'm guessing that's for a wisdom save below a 10 total.
Oh gosh.
Look, y'all are gonna be fine as long as it's not 10d10. The average of dice is literally in the middle, so no one's gonna die. You're all just gonna suffer.
Listen, Vans, you're just pushing Spark to keep pumping his paladin. Listen, we'll look into how to free you from this creature's gaze, intent.
Didn't we already try? And
no, we got you from the curse, but at least from what your mentor mentioned, you being cursed for that brief time seemed to have gotten its attention.
Okay.
Eris, if you don't mind sharing, what concoction were you shown?
Yeah, what happened?
While they were talking, Eris has been taking notes in her notebook.
Pip.
And I don't know if she wants to share.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Don't tell him, please.
Pip,
He's a very small little heart.
If you think you have an idea of what the pattern is, maybe for the next few nights, you can try not doing what you think the triggering action is, and we'll see what happens. I mean,
I don't think that I should talk to my sister for a little while. I think that also, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with this Kalimvor person, but that's also been part of it, part of the pattern. So tomorrow night I'll check in with Mortlock.
All right. This kind of blows my theory out of the water. I thought it was an every other night thing. I was gonna try making something to keep on me to be a faster anchor in case I wake up 6 feet underground again. Sorry. Eris, do you think you'll find doing your watch? Do you want one of us to stay up with you?
No, I'll be okay. Yeah.
You sure?
Very sure.
Yes.
It's not going to be easy to go back to sleep. So, I might be awake anyway.
Okay.
I need to try to finish my sleep in case something happens tomorrow. Sorry if I'm coming across as selfish with trying to make sure I'm at my peak.
I don't think that's selfish.
And Spark will just kind of gently offer Eris a attempt at a comforting hug if she takes it.
She's not going to take the hug right now.
Oh
no. Oh boy, it's going to be interesting listening to this nightmare.
Oh no.
Alright. Good luck, Eris. We'll
Yeah,
see you in a few
knowing
hours.
knowing that Eris isn't gonna accept a hug is killing Nafira right now.
Oh,
She wants to hug her so badly.
Pip is keeping distance.
No.
This is what you get for not sharing.
I ruined everyone.
I thought about sharing, and then the conversation moved on.
I'm actually crying.
Mad saw this shouted front group and went, I'm gonna break that before they even get to Avernus.
Oh,
Well,
They're gonna be strong
Nefira-
for it.
Nefira, for
Yeah,
one, is definitely
really?
going to come and hug Pip instead because she knows she can't. She knows
She
knows
doesn't
they
take
can't-
it either.
they can't. Oh no! Sorry, Pip's not getting out of this. Nefira's forcing a hug on Pip.
She can hug him as much as she wants, but
He's not hugging
he's not
back.
a hugger in general. Like he's like he'll like hug back, like kind of did like the awkward thing where you have to like put your arms around them, even though yeah. But right now he's not because he's like this is my fault. I'm getting my friends killed.
It's not your fault,
Oh.
Pip.
I know that's just what he's thinking. But
That's just his
Yeah, but
internal
Nefira knows
that's why
what
he's
he's
not
thinking.
hugging back is the thing.
Yeah, but like Nefira knows that's what he's thinking, so they're
Yeah.
squeezing him in a very tight hug for a good long while.
But
All right. So everyone else is trying to fall back asleep.
Yeah. Spark's trying to complete his own rest.
not trying, but it does happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Eris, go ahead and give me, if you would like, a perception check. If you think you need to watch.
I think she's still gonna keep an eye out for things. Oh, she got a 9.
Man,
Is that
near-death
3 nines across
experiences.
the fucking board? Okay.
Near-death experiences really messing with your mind.
Yeah, I think Eris is focusing on writing. She's adding the dream to her dream journal,
Mhm.
and she's taking some additional notes.
As you're kind of writing and occasionally looking up, you look over at Spark, and you remember you look over at Nefira, and you look over at Pip, and you remember that final look that Pip gave you and what he said, and what that voice in your head said. And let's take a little mini break. As that was some intense shit.
Yeah.
And we will come back as the morning comes in Candlekeep. Eris, you had just you're just finishing up your watch. You can see that the sun starts to shine through that one kind of porthole window, signaling the start of the day. As you have just been, writing in your journal and taking some notes. Are you waking everyone up, or are you waiting to have them wake up on your own? You also do look over and note that there's a lot of blood, mostly on the floor. Not a ton of it is on the bed, as you kind of immediately stumbled out of the bed, but there is still there's still a lot of blood on the floor around the bed.
Is it more than that time that I got almost died?
Probably.
Which
because
time?
I think
Wow.
when you almost died, it was like from the inflict wounds, right?
You're right.
Which is a spell that does like internal damage, but does not necessarily make you bleed. This was straight up blades. Can
I to lighten the mood a little?
Yeah, lighten the mood.
Can I just look at my blood and see if it's like cool, like the hellhound's blood?
Oh god.
like a little fiery.
Is it
Or
burning
just like
before it fell
normal
on?
Yeah.
pouring blood?
Let's say by the time
This is mainly for me, not for her.
By the time you've looked now and kind of had the moment, it's been most of your watch. So the blood is definitely cooled off, but you do notice as it started to cool that some of it right around the edges has started to kind of turn to like charcoal a little bit, more so than you imagine would be for someone who's more human.
That's kind of cool.
So there you go.
Yeah, if I'm gonna bleed out, I'm gonna bleed out and
feel better.
be hot.
It's gonna be a smoking process.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I think Eris is gonna let everyone wake up on their own. I don't know. Yeah.
Cool. So if everyone's waking up on their own, who's probably up earliest or first?
Probably Spark once any sunlight touches him.
For sure.
Like a flower.
Spark would wake up, look over at Eris, is like, "Hey, how you doing? Feeling any better?"
I'm fine.
That he will insight check on since he's trying to go through a nightmare.
Oof,
Gonna-
I'm fine. Hit him with the I'm fine.
And he is gonna lightly tap his shoulder to give himself guidance.
Sorry, I was rolling for deception, but that roll got kind of messed up, so I'm gonna roll again.
Yeah, roll again.
Alright. Should we both... What'd she get?
That was worse.
I didn't roll well, but I feel like it's gonna be better than yours. Give me a second to see my insight mod.
Yeah, I got a 8.
13 total.
No! Darn!
Yeah.
If I hadn't said I would have gotten a 14.
What is the
But I'm honest.
I'm fine? What are you not conveying? With that I'm fine.
Let's see. Eris is clearly still like upset from her dream. She also does seem like pretty confused. And she doesn't really feel like talking. So just given the like
I won't
I don't know, a response that's like, she's not gonna, how like when people are like, oh, how are you doing? And you always say good, even if you're not good. Well, it's like that, but she's like not gonna lie about feeling good. So she's given like the next level down and fine. Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to push for details of what you saw, but judging from what I was seeing, she's going to try to dredge up your worst fears. So keep in mind it's just illusions.
Mm-hmm.
I say that like remembering waking up buried alive doesn't, and he scratches his arm slightly, doesn't make me worry. But we're here for you if you ever feel like talking. Don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whoever would be waking up, go ahead and wake up as you will. I'm assuming Pip's probably last.
I think Eris is gonna step out and go to the bathroom and throw up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that 3 now?
Yeah, this is 3. Mm-hmm.
Poor Erin.
Can't keep your dinner down.
No. Which is funny because her constitution is so high.
This is an emotional wound.
It's an emotional, yeah.
This is an emotional wound that Spark might have just unintentionally
made worse. So, who's waking up next, Nafira or Pip?
Pip's usually a really dead sleeper. No pun intended, hopefully.
Sorry.
Dead sleeper. That was a choice.
No.
Sorry, give me a moment. I need to let Minnie in the room. She is scratching the bottom of the door.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, he usually, he usually sleeps pretty hard. But I don't know if he would be sleeping that easily after that. So, I'm not sure how quickly he wakes up. Let me see. So Nafira can decide right now.
But yeah, Nafira would wake up and then just... I mean, the first thing Nafira is doing is gonna... Once Eris comes back in the room, give her a hug. whether she wants it or not.
Oh no.
Well,
I mean, it's not like
But,
she can reach very high, so she's just hugging your legs, essentially.
Yeah, I feel like Eris is probably like walking around trying to do her day-to-day things, and like Nefira's
Nefira's
just
just clinging
on
to
her
your
leg.
Gets on the leg.
Yes.
Well, I rolled an 18 about a con thing to see how hard he's sleeping. So
he's sleeping hard.
yeah.
My
God.
you don't have to. You can.
Yeah, you don't have
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, he's sleeping pretty hard.
You
It's
did
Sparkle
just
kind of-
wake up and then go back to sleep, and that's always the deepest sleep, is when you've been up and then you go back to sleep.
Yes, very true.
Minnie, I just let you in the room. Do you really want to go out again?
Of course.
She does. She is a cat.
We.
She wants the door
Don't like
open. That was her whole
doors.
thing.
So after,
Wants to be able to have
after
food.
Eris comes back from the bathroom, Spark's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Nefira and Spark and Eris
Alright,
are
I'll
awake.
stop.
Pip
Yeah,
is
Spark's doing
still,
fine.
yeah. Pip
He's
is
still
still
Bed.
in the bed. You notice he's dead center, and that's different. It's not moved as much. Kind of just laying there,
Is what centered?
dead center.
Stop!
Of the big bed. That was not intended.
Oh.
Yeah, he can wake up if nobody else is gonna wake him up. He'll wake up.
Yeah, everyone's kind of doing their own thing. Pip, as you wake up, it is quite somber, maybe is not the right word, but definitely there is some cloud, there's something
Solemn?
hanging, yeah, solemn, sure. Something is hanging over the room. Everyone's kind of quietly like in their own corner, or like just if Spark and Nefira end up talking to each other, everyone's just kind of talking more quiet. There's an unease, that is the best way to put it.
Talking more quiet now that he's woken up, or talking more quiet than they usually do?
Just talking more quiet than they usually do. There's just
Okay.
an unease in the room in general when you wake up, and it is immediately apparent as soon as you open your eyes.
Oh man, Fisk, when he sees the group.
Be like,
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah.
Oh
I need sticky notes back up. But yeah, but everyone is awake now. Everyone ready to go learn some books? Read some books?
Yep. Always ready to learn some books, man. Let's go.
Woo.
Go get some information about all of this. Find some answers.
We do. We have two things to look up. But. Right. Fisk is probably waiting for us. Spark looks back at the group. Shall we go?
I need a very tight hug from everyone before we leave this room, or I will have a mental breakdown.
Don't.
So, yeah, and Nefira's gonna go and collect her hugs. And those two better.
Spark
Hug back.
happily gives without any resistance. Even though he's
Spark.
kind of always like, maybe you don't force it out of air. Yeah, brain names.
So a nice hug from Spark, and going and dragging Pip and Eris
boy.
into a hug.
Mm,
One each, and then
I'm
maybe
still pretty lipped armed, like for a good second, and then I just reluctantly, just to get Nefira off of his case
And
about it.
Oh my
hug.
If anything.
Yeah, I think Eris
knows
lets
better.
Nefira hug her and maybe gives her a pat on the back. Maybe.
Mm.
They're both terrible.
Yeah, as you all gather whatever you need, leaving, most of your bags still here, and kind of silently walking. Eris, you noticed when you were in the bathroom, the cut just goes right above where your turtleneck comes up, so it is very apparent. Yeah.
No! Gotta get a higher neck on my turtleneck. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, as you all head out into the morning, it is a cold, crisp morning, and you quickly go out and duck into the hearth, which is nice and warm inside. You can smell there's definitely some breakfast meats cooking, porridge, yogurt, I don't know, whatever people want. And you see that in kind of a corner booth with a big cup of some steaming liquid, you see that Fisk is sitting there and kind of looks up as you all come in, and then immediately looks extremely concerned as he sees you all come in. And there's
high passive insight.
And there is, I think even Pip would notice this one. There is some tension brewing amongst the group. Do you all go over to sit down next to Fisk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning. As he looks over all of you for the one that's injured and settles on Eris.
Yeah.
Eris?
We had a night.
Yeah, that was certainly a night.
Worse. Is it getting worse, or it seems like it's getting worse? You all are not your usual selves. Okay, I will take that as it is getting worse. Do you want coffee, chocolate, tea?
Yes, please.
All 3 of those things? Beer?
Yes, please.
Just all the drinks? Just any drink I could find? Okay, great. I will
Please.
go get some
Nothing
drinks.
alcoholic.
Okay, nothing alcoholic.
Maybe I'll take a shot of something in mine, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Eris raises her hand as me too.
Anyone else?
Coffee, please.
Coffee, all right.
I'll take a coffee as well.
Great, okay. And Fisk goes and brings you back drinks, coffee, some shots of some brown, very burning whiskey of some kind that you could either put in your coffee, tea situation or just shoot him back.
Yeah, I think Eris is just gonna take it straight back.
How many shots?
He brought 4 because he wasn't sure.
Yeah, why not? Let's put him in the coffee. Let's go.
Yeah, Pip puts one in the coffee.
I was gonna say if there's an extra one.
No, I was gonna say
put
Eris
one
is
in
gonna
the coffee
take the
and then
second
take
one.
a shot.
Fisk sees
take a shot and then mix one.
Fisk sees you both go for the second one. Is like, I will be right back. And he sprints back and brings 3 more because he's like, look, you don't have to have them. It's free, right? It's free. I don't want to be fighting over shots at this early time, okay? We have all day.
Hey, people fight over shots?
Oh, Spark. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to push. Some stuff happened. I still have not yet heard back from Savikas, but I mean, it's early. It's only looks around. It's 8, I think. So I can get us some books, or I can get someone to get us some books. We could do some research. I'm sure we will hear something within the next few hours.
Research will probably be best. Let's start with our nightmares.
Okay. What should I tell her to look for? What keywords?
I wanted.
Looked over at Eris as
Initials KL.
KL. Okay.
I wanted to
original
do a
nightmare.
little. Yes.
The original nightmare. Yes. Okay.
I wanted to do a little bit of research about the name Clevenfor. If you can find anything about that.
Okay. All right. And you see, he kind of pulls out a piece
Sparkle
of paper and is starting
look
to write
over
these down.
Eris is like, what were some of the other titles that Pip's mentor gave for the entity that is bothering us?
Original Nightmare, Mother of the Night Parade.
Oh yeah, Mother.
Ancient Serpents or something like that.
Right. Okay. Wow, this is cheery. This is a cheery. It's 8 a.m. Okay.
Mhm.
The bear just nods and takes another shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. great.
Yeah, Eris is knocking a few back for sure.
How many is a few, Eris?
I don't know.
Tell
How
me.
many is Fist brought?
On an empty stomach and you just threw up, how many is a few, Eris?
How many? We'll go 4.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right,
Also, Nefira, your point of exhaustion is gone now because you.
Okay, good.
I got a natural 20, so with my con, it's 27.
You feel nothing, and it's kind of upsetting.
That is kind of upsetting.
That it would at least numb something. But
The fire in you is
He's gonna do
burning
that
the
thing.
alcohol.
He's gonna do that thing where you hold the little glass, and just pondering it, I guess. One of those moments, and then just ugh.
Shouldn't you eat before drinking?
I'm fine.
Here you are.
Sparkwood insight check Eris. She's fine.
It is
in that sense.
You all
I'll
look over.
say.
Yeah, you all look as Eris is like, I'm fine. That's also the second time Spark has heard I'm fine from Eris in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But you all look over and it's you all know that Eris isn't a huge drinker, and that's a lot of alcohol at 8 a.m. And Eris does seem fine, and that is honestly more concerning. It would be less concerning if Eris was just
sloshed.
Yeah, sloshed. You'd be like, okay, go take a little nap.
No, yeah, I was ready to do
because
some drunk
also
research, but nope, you're not getting that today.
You were
getting
getting
sad.
stone cold.
Yeah.
Eris is starting her drunk or alcoholic detective phase of her era of her life.
Yeah, this is her noir era. She's in black and white. The collar of her coat up,
Covering that scar.
Yeah,
They figure out how to make your
glass
camera
with something
be
in
black
one
and white.
hand, looking very detective-y.
Okay, but it's also because Nefira has had 3 shots and then mixed one of them in with her coffee.
Yeah,
or
Oh, so Nefira's already had 4 too?
Yeah, Nefira, give me a Constitution
Roll that
saving throw.
save.
So I'm sorry. I think I'm going to be getting up often because Minnie. I'm almost
fine.
tempted to install
Ooh,
a cat door in
That's
this.
a 19. Finally, a decent roll.
Yeah, you're feeling okay. You
Both
also
of you
didn't
fine.
just throw up and lose a lot of blood. But you're doing okay. And Fisk is looking hella concerned. This man is so concerned right now. He might be regretting buying the table 7 shots first thing in the morning. I mean, not buying, but providing. Or more. Pip had one. 8 shots.
Yeah. No. Well,
Is Mark the
4 and
only
4.
one
Because I
who
took 3
stands
shots, but I mixed
sober?
one with the coffee.
Just,
And then Pip took one.
Yeah.
just too many rounds.
So many
Pip
shots.
just had the one.
Yeah. Pip's okay.
And yeah, everyone else should be concerned because Nefira hardly ever drinks ever.
Yeah. You drank
do
twice
not
tonight in a 24-hour period.
Stark
Yeah.
is exchanging a concerned look with Fisk.
Yes. Fisk just goes, yes. Okay, I will go. Anything else you want to research? I will go get these books.
Just in general, anything about mysterious necklaces just appearing out of nowhere around people's necks with initials on them, maybe.
Okay.
That's not a
yeah.
prerequisite, just anything about that.
Okay. Yes. Sure. I will see what she can find. And he goes on off to hand this note. You see, there's a young female dwarf. You imagine it's on who's kind of sitting by the bar, and he goes and hands this note of your list of things you would like to research. And she leaves and goes to get the books. Are you all getting any food, or what are you doing?
Mark would be getting breakfast and insisting everybody do the same.
Yeah, Fisk is like, she should be back probably within the hour, so we could eat. I am not going to walk up there and get any more alcohol for any of you, but you are free to do whatever you feel is necessary. I feel
Omelet.
incredibly
How does
guilty.
everybody feel about omelet?
Yeah, I don't an omelet. I don't know if I'll be able to finish the whole thing, but I'll try.
I don't know if I have much of an appetite right now, but I'll eat something later.
I'll bring one for both of you to potentially nibble on if you do get an appetite upon seeing it.
Okay.
So Spark will go up, grab like 3 basic omelets, and come back with them.
Yeah,
for the
easy enough.
table.
There's a little continental breakfast situation going on, and you're able to get some omelets. I imagine the conversation is sparse over the next hour. Fisk is just sitting there drinking his tea, looking a little uncomfortable, but not super uncomfy. Uncomfy. He's like, okay, you all are dealing with something. Everyone's alive, and that is great.
On the outside.
Everyone's alive on the outside. He's like, look, that's all I can do. But yeah, unless there's anything super pressing, feel free to jump in if you have anything you want to say to someone, or we'll move on.
Nefira is telling as close as she can get to literally anyone who will let them.
He's just there. So if you get close, he's not gonna fight it, but he's not gonna get closer either. He's just there.
Eris is definitely playing with her food, like with the fork, just like playing with it. But eventually it's playing with it, like she just burns it all.
Nice. So yeah, there's by the time An comes back, there's a charred omelet in front of Eris. There's most of it's not eaten by Pip. Spark crushed his omelet. And Nefira ate a good portion of their omelet. But you see that she comes back with a stack of different books, and is like, "Hi, I'm An. I have all your books that Mr. Fisk requested. Are you going to rent out a room, or just you should rent out a room?" And you see there's like 9 books here.
Spark's gonna get up and take like 4 of them off and stand within arm reach of her.
She's like, thank you. Follow me. I'm sure there's a room over here that's available. And if you all stand up and follow her, she leads you back to kind of like this sliding door. It's classic like college study room vibe. Sliding door with a table in the center and chairs all around. It's just a small little room. And she puts the books on the table. It's like, if you need anything else, these were all the books I could find about what you requested. But if you have other things you want to research, just let me know. And when you're done, I'll come collect them.
All right.
Thank you.
Of course.
Cool.
Thank you.
Wait, all of these are in at least common, right?
I think there might be a few that are in. There's some in Kalashite, and then there's some in. Sorry, another language I don't speak. I just brought it, but most are in common.
Okay, I have a spell. We're okay.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So, just going to Mads.
Yes.
Mechanically, if moving forward, if Pip's leading the investigation, can Spark just constantly tap him guidance each page?
Yeah, I'd say we're gonna do like, whoever, at least 2 people can make investigation or history checks, at advantage and with guidance, because you are going to be here long enough that would make sense. So
yeah, Eris has definitely cracked open a book and started reading and taking notes. But interesting thing, she normally says whatever she's writing down.
Yeah.
And she's not talking. She's just taking the notes.
Spark's gonna pop another insight check to try to get a solid read on her mood beyond just fuming.
Oh God.
come on, Eris,
no,
lie.
Poor girl. She got a 2.
Eris, you're so readable.
I know! This is a good thing, though.
Eric got a 12 total. Also, I'm happy
total,
Minnie is fully in frame for these.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
Nefira's
so
also
pretty much
gonna grab
For
a book.
history or investigation, those are both +8. So with advantage, it's
And guidance.
with guidance. Thank God, because it was a
16.
14.
Oh,
I want to roll.
So now it's a
Guidance is
17.
17.
Oh,
Who is
Woohoo!
looking at what?
I got a natural 20.
Nice.
With guidance, I got a 4, so it's a 24 plus 5 is 29. She's
What was the first
investigating
book on?
original nightmare stuff.
Okay.
I think Pip's going for like Clemnor stuff. Clembor. I always say Clemnor in my head. Clembor.
Kalembor.
What else was on the list?
So that's a 19, and then it's investigation, which is
He'll probably
it's a dirty
take
20.
the Kale stuff too, because he was like,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Connection?
guessing take guidance as well if you haven't, since Sparks just kind of running between these three.
Oh, no, I rolled guidance. I got a 4 on my guidance dice. So
I got a
that's
3
with the
on my
natural
guidance
20
dice.
totals to 29. That's the highest I've ever rolled.
that's
I
so
got
I got a
good.
dirty 20.
Sparks not gonna be much useful looking in the books,
Yeah.
but he's gonna do his best to give moral support.
That is great. That's great.
All right.
We love
And
that.
I guess run and give people non-alcoholic drinks when they need it.
Yeah.
He is just going intern mode.
So with that, Pip, if you are looking up Kalemvor, it's gonna be
Yes.
some lore dump. So not a ton, but a little bit for the next few things. So as you're reading,
Because
you
y'all
notice that-
rolled well.
Yeah, you notice that there is not a ton about Kalemvor. There seems to be hold on. I think something very funny. Oh wow. That is incredibly funny. Okay. In actual canon, Kalemvor does have a last name, and it is an L. But
Oh my
I'm going to tell you right
goodness.
now that it is not related to the necklace.
Alright, dang it. Dang it.
Listen, that's one lead
Nope,
gone.
but in actual Forgotten Realms, because I'm editing things a little bit. But anyway, you find that there's this name Kalemvor that seems to have been floated around a little bit as like a powerful warrior, a mercenary, in the past 20 years or so. And then you pull one small book. It looks almost more like a journal. And it seems to be recounting rumors or things that someone has heard that Kalemvor is trying or perhaps already has usurped Merkel to become the new god of death.
Oh boy.
Does Pip share with the class?
Yeah.
Wait, people can ascend to godhood?
I guess so.
You get that also that he was cursed with a beast-like nature, and that he's often associated with the colors black and white from his family, from his just the people who knew him when he was human. But there's it's a lot of rambling. It's a lot of like journal entries, scratch out. This one is the one that takes most of your ability to read in different languages, as it seems to be a compilation of many different accounts in many different languages.
That's your anthology series. Needs to be more cohesive.
But yeah, that is, even with that high roll, it is just there's starting to be rumors around with people who are kind of in the religious circles, but also adventurers that are noticing a shift in the god of death.
Okay. Get the association with black-white stuff, and his brain goes to like seeing his sister's black and white magic, and it's like, But she knows a whole bunch about this guy, apparently. All right, cool. Let's go.
And then for Eris and Nefira, were you also looking up original Nightmare stuff, or were you mostly looking for the necklace?
I'm kind of just picked a book and was looking for literally any of it.
Yeah. I'd say that you're kind of helping both Eris and Pip, you're like picking up books and doing like an initial scan, and then you're like, does this have anything? Maybe you can use it. Maybe you can use it. You're doing a lot of the triage of a book, and you find
Also-
one. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sure my camera feed's real interesting with me trying to entertain a cat off camera.
It looks like you're just messing with the candle.
Yeah, this is the cat toy I'm flicking around. And as you can see, she likes this part in particular. Sorry to distract.
But Eris, as you pull open a book, you've managed to find one. It says there's kind of a very scribbled in what looks quite like blood, a quote in the front that says, "Dream of freedom, but remember, where there are dreams, there are always nightmares." And underneath, Dendar the Night Serpent. As you read the rest of the book, you find the mother of the night parade, Dendar, the eternal serpent, is a colossal serpent who spends her time devouring the nightmares and fears of both mortals and immortals in hopes of bringing about the end of the world. You keep reading.
Fun.
She is said to be some 300 feet long, with black scales, yellow eyes, and a huge maw filled with 4 fangs and the bones of former victims. It is said that when she grows powerful enough, she will swallow the final nightmare, death itself, ending the god of death. Her physical body resides in the Fuge Plane, where the souls of mortals go before they die. Or go after they die, before they go to their afterlife.
The Spark might get his 1v1 after he dies.
He might get his 1v1 in death. But yeah, do you share with the class, or is Eris keeping this one to herself? As you go through many books that kind of say a little bit, but then they start like going off into folklore. You actually find Pip's book comes back, the one that
Oh, God.
the one that Pip gave.
We just
The one
donated.
you just donated, which had the very base information about the original Nightmare, but in Kalashite, Pip, you're like, oh, my book. But there's
Man, their
nothing
intake system is so fast.
more.
Well, yeah, Eris is going to share with the class, but like only after she's done all of her research. And normally when she talks about her research and stuff, she's all like excited and rambles and talks a lot. Very straight and to the point, like fewest words possible. Very like, yeah.
Yeah,
What
just
did
so you know,
do to Eris?
Nafira is very worried about you.
Tate's like, good, you should be. But yeah, what was the highest? You rolled like a 29 or something, right, Eris? You find a very small, like pocket-sized book, and in it, you see that there's some scribble in a language you cannot read, but you do recognize, and it is definitely infernal. And then you flip the page, and there's kind of like a recipe translation, or like what you would imagine is like something's on one side and something translates on the other. And you find that it is a recipe for what looks to be maybe a potion. And underneath, there's a description of what it does in common, and the potion is called Sanak, or you realize it's not potion, the drug is called Sanak, and it's made from a Kultel's blood, prevents scrying and any effects that would sense emotion, read thoughts, detect location, and could be used to avoid people from entering your dreams.
Oh.
Bye, guys. Let's get high. Let's have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, let's use that.
It does not tell you what the side effects are.
Oh dear.
It, though.
Also, this is too out of character. Spark would not be about this.
Now, see who needs a high wisdom save when you can have drugs
high
where you have
wisdom
a high
save.
con save and not have side effects. Just avoid the whole thing.
Both of you too
Yeah.
soon. Both of you two seem addictive. Rolls Arcana and not Wisdom.
We'll find out, maybe.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like the side effects, not addiction.
Eris is like, I'll get addicted. Just don't give me any side effects. Damn.
Also, what's poor Pip gonna do?
Who knows?
Also, what did Nefira find?
If you're looking for this KL, despite the incredible, I've tried so hard, okay, to make sure that there was no correlation between anyone, so no one got wrong conclusions, and then I straight up went and made a legitimate Forgotten Realms character. Just pulled him over, KL. So...
I gotta love when synchronicity hits you over the head.
You find nothing. Hold on. Let me just... Yeah, you find nothing
Double
about
check your notes on the necklace.
Spark, did you share that uneasy or that weird feeling you got when you held the necklace? Did you share that with the class?
Yes, he probably would have. He shared it when he handed it back to Eris as a... I'm not sure if my goddess is trying to deter me from this action or warn me that this thing is mondo dangerous. So actually, with that thought back on his head, he's going to pause. It's like, Eris, can I please hold the necklace again? I want to see if I get the same feeling just from holding it again without the intent to be rid of it.
About that, quick, I was just looking at my inventory.
It moved. It's in. Yeah. Is it back in yours or is it in Eris?
Yes, it's
yeah, Eris was gonna look in the bag and check before.
I was wondering if I was like left
say-
over from last time or not.
Spark prompting this will probably prompt.
That's left over.
Oh,
from
okay,
last time. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's still in.
Also,
Eris's
before
bag.
we continue,
Yeah.
Millie is getting sort of crazy, and I need to let her out again
Yeah, no
for
problem.
all of 5 minutes.
Because I
Probably.
got very nervous there for a minute. I looked at that. I'm like, oh no.
And what did you roll with your roll, Nefira?
To look stuff up, I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. I will wait till it's back.
Whoops, if my mic picked up me kicking the thing my laptop's on.
No, you're good. You're looking. You think for a second maybe there's some KL with Kalemvor, but it's not referenced often enough for it to be for sure that, and like obsidian isn't really ever referenced in something that's like his thing that he's known for, so you kind of put that to the side. And you find in a book that's kind of, as they're kind of arranged by language as well, but they've been shuffled around enough as you all have been passing books across the table. You find one that looks to be another journal. As a lot of these,
Listen, good old primary sources.
Primary sources. The reason why a lot of adventurers can afford to keep coming here for knowledge is they're putting their own experiences in here. And you see scratched into it someone starting to talk about the 9 hells and the fact that it is laden with obsidian, quartz, and other crystals, and that they can often be used as jewelry and traded within the 9 hells. That is the main thing you find about necklaces. If the inscription is anything, you imagine it is the initials of someone's name. But that is what you find with your dirty 20.
And there is no information about any necklaces that just appear randomly? No information about a spell that would do that? Nothing?
You keep looking and looking for something that is a spell, but you gather that because the necklace itself was not magical, it has to have been probably someone that placed the necklace.
Oh, right. Alright.
So, again, if Eris is willing to mage hand the necklace back into Spark's hand,
Yeah, Eris does that.
He will intently focus on the feeling he gets from his holy symbol.
It feels like burning. It hurts.
Okay, that wasn't the intent. That was just the item itself. And you're wise to not mage hand it. Well, I use this comparison, but you mentioned you never got sunburned. I feel like I'm touching something right out of the fire. He moves to place it on the table so Eris can mage hand it back.
I kind of want to poke it. But I don't know if Eris is going to poke it. I want to poke it.
I don't know how bold is Eris feeling right now.
Let's see. How bold is she feeling?
She has 4 shots of whiskey in. How bold is Eris?
I know. I think, that's true. She may not be really that drunk, but she may be bold.
The liquid courage.
Yeah.
I do have something else I want Eris to research, actually.
Sure.
I want her to ask whoever she needs to ask. I don't know if it's On or Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
But she wants to do research on cults of Zariel because she's still curious about the Duke's original plot,
mm-hmm.
which has not been uncovered yet.
Yeah. You see...
Actually, would Eris have shared the, hey, I can't read this thing to Pip?
Oh, shoot.
Because you can read that, you can't read the side. It's like a cookbook that's in 2 languages. So you can read one side. You can't read the side that's infernal, but with the way it's just spaced, it looks like it's the same. So whether you would share it or not.
I don't think she's gonna bring it up yet. I think she's gonna do all the research first, and then talk about it. No, we will be talking about it. Don't worry. I'm not keeping it a secret. I just asked about the research. So
again, that's Stu throwing shade, not Spark.
Yeah.
Spark is on max concerned mom friend mode right now.
Yeah. As you kind of ask for any books on like the Cult of Zariel or anything like that, you see that On heads back out, and we'll say this was like in the middle of everything you were doing. So she comes back while you are also kind of still finishing up researching some of the other things. And as you're reading through these books, you don't find anything specifically on like a cult of Zariel, but you do get information on. You do see there is both a bunch of information on Avernus itself and Zariel. There's a lot of things that say that Zariel was originally an angel that has fallen. She is kind of the She is the Archduchess of Avernus, so she rules Avernus. And you see that a lot of the things that you look for in the cults, it's just a powerful entity that people worship. Nearly any entity, good or evil, can end up being worshipped for power. You're not really sure. You do see, again, stuff that you had learned before about the Hell Riders. She originally led the charge of them into Hell, where they earned their nickname when she was an angel. She led the charge of the defenders of El Terrell into Hell to try to seal up some portal that demons were pouring through. There's a long history of text, and a lot of it is really confusing and dry. There's a lot of the hierarchy of devils, which they are, and extremely lawful in the sense of following strictly to the code of things. They are the ultimate lawful evil. And you get information, again, about Avernus. It's basically just a wasteland and a battlefield for devils and demons. A lot of information to pour through, as there is. It is the first layer of the 9 Hells, and a lot of adventurers have been there before. So, I'd say if there's anything specific, I can also send it to you because you rolled like a fucking 29 or something ridiculous. But just for
Teamwork.
Yeah.
For the base, basically you will be able to know a lot about Avernus and Zariel, as much as is conceivably known by the world.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
but you don't see like there's no specific named cult. A lot of it is just individual people trying to get their money, power, wealth, the typical cult things.
Yeah.
I would say, Mads, would it be fair to say a length of time has passed?
Yeah, definitely. It's
I would
nearly
say
like
as
2
it's-
hours of just reading and
getting-
researching.
Spark would go and get some kind of snack from the bar for the group.
Yeah, get some like trail mix.
Trail mix!
Yeah,
The
trail
kind with
mix.
the chocolates inside.
Water.
Of course, yeah.
Well, I imagine Spark already knows the kind of trail mix that yours
Yeah.
likes.
He would get to the best of the bar's capacity to provide.
Mm-hmm.
Chocolate, raisins,
so-
almonds, peanuts.
Just for the 3 researchers he's helping.
Yeah. You, Spark, as you come back, you actually enter the room just at the same time. You see there's another Avowed that is like about to enter the room. You see they're like going down the hallway. You think they're maybe going in another room. But as you come back with snacks, you see this Avowed comes in, a kind of green-scaled dragonborn who's like, I was sent to tell you all that. Oh, I'm so sorry. He moves out of the way
Yes,
to allow.
thank you.
To allow
Would you
Spark
like
in.
some of the trail mix?
Oh, no, I am fine, thank you.
All right, and he moves and places it somewhere where the other 3 can reach it before turning back.
Yeah. Well, I was told to. I was sent for you. For Savikas would like to see you in the next 20 minutes or so. I can lead you to where she is. I don't want to interrupt. You look like you're.
Can
deep
this
in
room
thought.
be out so we can pick back up after our meeting with Savikas?
I'm sure that's no problem.
Could Eris have talked? I do want her to have brought up the recipe and the drug thing.
Yeah.
Before they leave to talk to Savikas.
He's like, I can give you all 15 minutes to just get your last notes, and I know how hard it is to stop in the middle of a study session. So I will be.
Oh my god!
I will be just right outside for whenever you are ready.
Thank you.
Of course. And Fisk has been in the corner most of the time, just like sipping tea. He's drinking so much tea. Not really helping. He doesn't.
Is he a stressed tea drinker?
He might be.
Well, I mean,
you all, he might be.
I was like, with how Fisk saw us in the Duke's Manor's basement compared to now, and
Yeah.
it's like, it's just been a week. What has happened in this 1 week to these kids?
But yeah, you are able to bring up whatever you'd like, Eris.
Cool. So I guess when it seems like everyone else is kind of wrapping up their research because she doesn't want to interrupt the process for everyone, she's going to say, so I found in this little book, there seems to be a recipe for something that will prevent things from entering your dreams. Not crazy about it because it kind of sounds like a drug. But I guess that maybe is a worst case scenario, something nice to have around.
Just
Yeah,
in
that could be
case
very useful.
Pip needs to send a message to his sister. First, we'll see if him not sending
Mom.
prevents it. maybe we transcribe the recipe to have on hand?
Yeah, Eris already transcribed it in her notes.
Okay. So Spark will try to maintain eye contact with Pip in a way where he's trying to, like, gesture, set up a telepathic link.
Wiggle your eyebrows.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead. Insight check that. If
Pip gonna pick this up? This is what Spark's trying to.
Is Pip gonna pick this up?
No.
I'm gonna insight check.
Spark is just gonna wiggle his eyebrows at Pip. And no one.
He got an 8.
If Pip's trying to conceal this from Ares,
Just like cocks his head a little bit.
yeah, Pip is not picking that up.
Eris got 14.
Eris, you gather that Spark is trying to get Pip's attention. You're not sure for what. Pip, you look up at Spark staring at you, but you quickly look back down because you're like, oh, hold on, I'll finish this note really quick. But that's not what's...
Wait, Eris is gonna look at Pip and say, Pip, Spark wants your attention.
That's a 4.
Yeah,
you okay? Something wrong, Spark?
Don't worry about it. I'll bring it up later.
Okay.
Something you can't share with the rest of us?
An idea that some of you might not be comfortable following with, but...
If it's an idea about something, you should share with the class.
Yeah.
Does it put you or anyone else in danger?
It puts me in danger.
Yeah, see, I thought you would say that. As soon as you said that we might not be on board, I knew that would be why.
Which is why I wanted to try to let Pip know without worrying you. Okay.
No.
So, if the pattern that Pip thinks... I'm laughing because of how this is blowing up for Spark. Like, boy.
Spark is being yelled at by everyone. Yeah. Except Pip. Pip doesn't know why Spark's
You should have passed notes in class, man. This is what should have happened.
Eris probably still saw that note being passed. That's more suspicious.
Probably.
Alright. So if the pattern that Pip thinks is happening proves true... and there's a situation where he needs to contact his sister, and we aren't able to produce this. I was going to ask him to make sure I followed him on watch. So that way I was the one at greatest risk.
No.
Again, this is if your pattern proves
I mean, if anything, it sounds like Pip should go on the watch last.
Yeah, it does.
Well, wouldn't that mean he'd be the one? Between all of us, Eris and I are
maybe Pip shouldn't be on watch. Maybe he should just sleep the whole time.
But
so that he can't think about anyone.
But
Minds
wander, though.
When they're sleeping?
Unless they dream about you. And it's very possible. I dream about you guys all the time, so I'm sure that it'll happen again. You know?
This could give it a focus, and I don't mind putting myself at risk if it means keeping you all safe.
You don't mind, Spark, but I do. I don't want to put you in danger. Spark, you're the only little brother that I have. I don't want to. I don't want to lose you. Okay, I'm not putting you in danger if I can help it.
Right. This is first. We need to see if your pattern holds. If it does, that means
it does. But
if it does hold, that means we have a way to keep ourselves safe most days, and if there is a time where you need to reach out to your sister, we need to be ready for what that's going to bring.
Well, we have a potential option for that. Eris is going to gesture to the book.
True.
We'll definitely look more into this, and I can see if I can contact Slender. Maybe they'll know something more about this. Just in case. I don't know. And I'll do some more research myself as well. I'm pretty good at knowing where to find information.
True.
Eris is gonna get up and she's gonna like walk around and like put her hand on Spark's shoulder and say to him, "There's no point in trying to be a martyr," and then she leaves the room.
Eris, you kind of brush past this dragonborn who's was waiting outside, and as Eris walks by, you see the dragonborn. The rest of you see he kind of pokes his head in and is like, I take it, or you're done, or studying got really intense. You all... Okay,
Yeah, we're basically done.
Okay.
And Spark will try to consolidate the books that they've been piling, coming through before leaving, so whoever's cleaning up after them has an easier job.
For sure. And yeah, as you all kind of, Eris, are you like standing outside of the hearth, or?
Yeah, I'll have her wait there.
As you all kind of push the books together and stand up and walk out, you see Fisk follows you.
Can Eris do one of those cool, like, leaning up against the wall things?
Yeah, Eris.
Yeah, his arms crossed, like one like foot back against the wall, looking cool.
Yeah.
Is that me who's being weird?
Head down a little bit. She looks cool.
Eris is looking cool, and it's concerning. You have all... This is the first time you... Spark!
No! Spark! Come see how cool I am!
Sorry. My internet might be deciding it's time for me to go to sleep soon.
We're going to be done in like 2 more minutes.
Yeah. I cut out when we were all starting to leave the room. Last thing I heard plainly was Eris is waiting outside of the hearth.
Yeah, so you all see, as you kind of gather up, put all the books aside, gather up and walk outside, you all see that Eris is kind of leaning against the wall, her head down, one leg up on the wall, and it all hits you for the first time. You've always seen Eris copy people to be cool. Eris isn't copying anyone. She looks cool, but fuck does she look sad. And as you all kind of start to follow, you see that the young dragonborn is leading you towards the green door. Pip, what are you thinking right now?
The most loaded sentence from Mads.
Is that my most loaded sentence? I don't know.
What happened last time you asked this question?
Oh, fair.
Is it about how cool Eris is?
It's not about her. Well, I mean, that just happened, and yeah, apparently we all noticed that you were looking very cool and very sad. He's Eris looking sad, and goes back to the whole, like, this is my fault kind of thing. Thinking about like what Spark was saying and trying to keep him from martyring himself. Try as this little guy might to keep Spark, of all people, from martyring themselves.
Out of him?
Thinking about this drug, making a note to self to maybe try researching and or contacting Slender about it. Gathering all the information that he just learned and trying to figure out a plan to keep everyone else safe.
And as you all are walking, Eris and Spark, you hear very clearly in your head Pip's voice go, "It's all my fault." 3 times. Nefira, you do not know this is happening and you do not hear anything. Pip, you are not casting message, but they hear it nonetheless.
Yep, Eris just takes out her notebook and writes that down.
Does Spark do anything?
He thinks back, don't worry, we'll help you. Not sure if the connection's still there.
What does your telepathy say, Pip?
What does it say?
Can someone talk back?
Communication. Your communication doesn't give the creature the ability to respond to you telepathically.
So,
Nope. Spark's just thinking that
you hear nothing.
to the wall.
Yep. Spark, you think that back, but you don't see any change in Pip. As you all have this weight on you, walking towards the Emerald Doors. That is where we are going to end tonight.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before we end, Nefira's reaction is just seeing everyone look so sad.
Everyone looks so sad.
Nefira's just gonna go up to everyone, one at a time, hug them, and pull out like some little trinket or something that they have on them. Like for I feel like for Pip it would be crap, I didn't think this through.
Just look at the inventory. Go.
For Pip, it would probably be like this, a cute little like inkwell or something that she stolen from someone in Baldur's Gate or something, and just handed that to Pip, and it's like, I love you, Pip, and then goes up to Eris, hugs Eris, and then gives Eris,
You've already done the obvious one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something that
A little trinket.
just a little trinket that she knows Eris would really love because they're childhood friends, and she knows what Eris likes, even if I, out of character, do not. So.
Now I need to think of what Eris would like.
Yeah. There's some small little trinkets, some small little thing that would make Nefira think of Eris, and that she knows Eris would
a ball
really
of red yarn so she can make a cork board.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. That's cute.
Yes.
I love it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
A little ball
Potato
of red
to
yarn.
accept that.
But
It's a little ball of red yarn. And another hug and saying, I love you, Eris. And, what would she give Spark?
a kiss.
I mean, that would immediately have to have them have that conversation of, oh yeah, so this happened over the past week.
No, it would be a cool rock that looks like a cat or something.
Oh, cool little cat rock.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so as Nefira, you try to lighten the mood as arguably the three, two of them are the mom and dad of the group, are really not doing hot lately. As you all walk towards the Emerald Gates, we are going to pick up next week with meeting Savikas and figure out what's in that box.
Yes. Oh boy.
The second time we've had to ask that question.
Yep.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I want to know what's in the box. And when are we going to hell?
I mean, we're all right. Listen.
Two main questions of this campaign. What's in the
our
box?
head.
When are we going to hell?
Yeah, every time I come on, I'm like, "Oh, this is the one."
Hey, look, you all had to be traumatized a little bit more before you could go to hell.
Of course.
Listen, we needed to be tenderized.
Yeah.
Yeah.